first question I normally ask people is, have you ever won a claw machine?
Heaps. Yeah, I can't tell you my first, but probably my favorite was I had a car build before my current. It was a Volkswagen Golf R, all-wheel drive. It was pretty tricked out, but the theme of it was black and white. And I needed a little Boo ghost, like the ghost on Mario.
Yeah.
And so I was in Denver at the time and tried the claw machine and won that, and I was stoked. It was the best claw machine.
How much money did you put in to get the Boo? Was it like first try or like?
It took a minute. It was up there, but I checked Amazon at the time, and the size was perfect. It was just so weird to see in the claw machine. Yeah. So I was like all in. I actually wanted it super bad.
I remember one time me and you, I'm pretty sure it was me and you. Yeah, it was. We're at the Megaplex, and they had like a claw machine. You remember this?
Yep.
It was like a spinning claw machine where the floor was spinning, and then you have to use the claw and like try to get it, so it's even harder. Mm-hmm. But me and you just sat by it, and there's like a weird something happened in the machine to where like somebody might have messed with it and barely missed, so then two of them were being like knocked around as it spun.
Yeah.
Then 2 prizes fucking fell in the hole when we were by it, so we just got 2 free. We didn't even play the game.
It's only a matter of time.
It was like some creepy like Chucky doll, and then like the Domo, like the brown. I still have that. I think I still have both, but the Domo is dope.
We were young. I was kind of bummed you kept the Domo. I
I remember that. Yeah.
I was kind of sad about it.
Yeah.
No worries now.
When you came to sleep over, I'd like toss it down. Like, you can sleep with him tonight.
You can have him.
Yeah.
I owe you one.
Yeah.
No, you had a bigger Domo, and like it kind of went through room, so I was like, yeah, it's all good.
I had the most random shit on my bed. It was like a Domo and then like a baseball mitt and then like a Spider-Man pillow. It was so weird.
I love how you had like a full sports theme, and you like even at the time or to this point, you haven't really been like a sports,
I've never been
sports ball, of any sort. It's pretty funny.
I would always like play them, but I was never in
them. For retrospect or introspect, is that the word?
I think so.
Kind of like a window into what's going on.
Yeah.
Ryan is my nephew.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I've known him his whole life and grew up with him.
What's like the year gap between me and you? You're 26?
26.
And I turned 21, so we're 6 years apart.
5 or 6, yeah.
So it wasn't
October and August.
It's like a big brother always.
Yeah, that's
and you're
what I was
always
gonna
around,
say.
So.
More so brother than nephew or anything.
Yeah.
It was cool. Yeah, claw machines are sick. Grew up playing arcades a lot. I like to figure out how to break them. You know what I mean? Like just kind of win.
Even now we like watch YouTube videos on people. Like I remember going to your house and you're just like on some weird binge of watching arcade games and shit.
And we would go run it up. I'd walk out of the place with like
Boondocks
10,000 points and like saving up for the craziest Switch and
What was the craziest thing you've ever got out of an arcade?
I cashed out. It was like a round 1, so it was like a half and half with the bowling alley. But I cashed out a ripstick.
Dang.
A skateboard for someone else. Like it was actually a pretty sick complete with like good stuff, and a bunch of stuff for Ken's, like little trinkets and stuff. So
dolls and shit.
It was sick. Yep.
Dang.
It was tight.
So what was life like as a kid?
Jeez. To me, it was. I don't know if I went back, I probably wouldn't change much. I kind of been lucky. That's kind of a trend with everyone around me too. They always say I'm like lucky cricket, and kind of luck's on my side. But I think you make your own luck and what you put into the universe. Yeah, it comes full circle, and that stuff's real. Yeah, I love my upbringing. Raised by a single mom who worked her ass off to get everything she owned. So I don't think I was spoiled in my mind, and that was cool. That was cool thinking that.
Yeah, knowing that you're.
Yeah, because I don't think I was, but like there's always tiers, right?
Yeah.
But I wasn't like top tier, huge house, 3-car garage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was apartments growing up my whole life, but it made it interesting. A lot of friends and weird, crazy moments. Her dropping us off here. Yeah. Way early in the morning and making schoolwork, and I don't know how she did it. It was crazy. I've done the math. I've done the math.
What was like one of your craziest like stories of you growing up in those apartments?
I did daycare for a while. Daycare, that changed my perspective on. I don't think I'll put my kids through daycare. It's super selective, and I think it's more micromanaging than school because there's less people. If the daycare tenders like don't like your parents or have anything beef, I would watch. Like, I was lucky enough that I was just kind of under the radar, but I watched kids just kind of get beat up, by grown-ups.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of scuffed.
Would they like discipline and shit, like smack you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Dang. And not a lot has changed. There's more snowflakes and people that worry about that stuff more nowadays. And it's good. I think it's somewhat good for kids to kind of get that, like, those 4 or 5 good scoldings and realize there's consequence to your action and stuff. But it was selective, and you could tell who their favorites were, and you could tell, and it was like at an early age. So kind of like, I don't know, maybe a good ramp up for high school and school in general, or life.
So speaking of that, how was middle school? Like, what was middle school Houston like? What was he into? What were his hobbies?
Let me make some noise. I have always been into like extreme sports or kind of adrenaline sports, so not typical or average either. No sports ball for me, really. Played baseball here and there, but middle school I was skating. I was like chasing a sponsorship. Girls were kind of besides the point. I was way deep into skating, and it felt like me and the cousins and the friends always had like something we were into, and that we would go in waves. We'd get cracked at ripsticks. It sounds weird, but these weird little scooters. We'd find like little niche things and just perfect it. I guess or just get so good. I love stuff like that.
Me too. I followed you in most of those things too, like most of those hobbies. So, but like with kendama and like random shit, and like video games and shit.
And it's all stuff that usually comes full circle and comes back. But I talked about you, or I heard you and Oz talking about fireworks and stuff. It rung bells for sure. Our cousin Alex. He had some fireworks one day. We lit them right in the front. It was just the dumbest thing. I don't know. Sometimes your brains just shut off and you're just doing stupid shit for the vine or something. I don't know. But lit it off. Like, I somehow, some way finessed my way out of even that my mom hearing about it. But I went to the principal's office, we got slapped, dude. It's bad. As far as like menacing stuff, we were more so like, it sounds scuffed, but we would like walk by a group of like the most popular girls or like the biggest group, and me and my buddy Bridger would mumble just kind of weird, perverted shit. We'd walk by and just be like, I don't even know. I don't even know. Yeah, I'll keep it somewhat PG, but just some off the wall shit. Like, we probably shouldn't have even been talking about that at that age, but like, trying to think of like mellow ones. Because we'd go way hard, and that was what brought the reaction. And the whole group would like kind of like freeze, and you'd just be in your normal day, like whether you're talking to yourself or faking a phone call. And you just say some stupid shit. But it got pretty funny. Me and Bridge were just menaces in that way. It was a really small scale. Like, we found it so funny.
There was always something he was doing. I remember, like, I'm trying to think one time too. It was just like random shit that he would say that was just funny, and then I remember you bringing that home and then telling me. And then like seeing Bridger at the apartments and stuff, and just be always on some weird shit. I remember like one time, me and you, like, we weren't supposed to be out. It was late. And we're at the apartments, and we were, I don't remember what we were doing, but they're doing like the rope thing where when cars drive by and you feel like you have a rope or whatever.
It was tape.
Was it tape?
Was it taping?
I think it might have been that. I remember I was just like staying far away and stuff because I was nervous, but he was always doing some funny shit.
Taping sketchy. You put duct tape, like a huge row across the whole street, and it's like, remind you, it's like 11 o'clock p.m. at night. People are getting home from work. It's, I mean, looking at it now, it's so scuffed. It's so effed. But the car drives across both tape, with both tires, and it wraps up into the axle and makes like some devious sounds. It's bad. It sounds like your car's just taking a shit, or the transmission's falling out or something. And so they always slam on their brakes or hit the brakes and slow down, and like, they're tripping about their car, where we're just dipping, we're running, because it takes a minute for them to put two and two together, and once they get out of the car, they're like they're freaking pissed. We'd be hopping through people's like ground floor balconies and shit, knocking over plants. And that's probably the worst stuff we did. But no, good times. This goes hand in hand with that too. Probably one of my favorite stories. There's a highway called Bangor Highway in Utah, and where we lived was right by it, and there was a bridge where you can like get up on the freeway up that like slanted ramp. Yeah. So this was at like 1:30 to 2 o'clock a.m. late. Again, me and Bridger, we run to the middle, like the median of the freeway, like straight Bangor. We're on Bangor, on foot, and we would hide on the side that the car's not coming from.
Okay, yeah.
So it was just kind of like a fact of not being seen.
Yeah.
We did it for so long, we started to get more ballsy and shit. Did it a couple more times. It was sketch. We would stand in the middle and just be frozen.
Oh, like and it would chicken with the cars, or
we'd stand like on the
meat in the middle.
Point.
So you're not in the middle of the road.
So it's that concrete barrier.
Yeah.
We'd stand on that.
Dang.
Couple more cars pass by. We'd flash like our shirt. We'd just pull up our shirts. It's just a weird image that would be sketchy if you're driving that late at night.
Yeah.
You're not even fully awake. Anyway, we were like one more. Got to the point. And of course, like what are the odds? It's a cop. Bridger flashes ass, and I had my shirt up. And this cop didn't know what to do, dude. He slammed on the brakes, flipped lights like way quick, but I think he realized like I'm on the freeway, and we were in shock. We were like jumping down at the time, like, oh shit, what is going on? Flips his lights, and then he just like cooks like forward because he has to go up and around.
Oh yeah.
So we had some time, but I never ran so fast my whole life.
Oh yeah.
Straight beelined home through the whole neighborhood, and probably bleeping addresses out.
Yeah.
I explained the whole freeway, but
I might beat the out, but I'll probably bleep the road out too. But either way,
bleep the bleep out. Beep beep. But anyway, we got home, and there was like that night there was like 5 or 6. Bridger had to get home to his house. There was like 5 or 6 cop cars, like just all through the neighborhood. It was crazy. Just they knew we were in there. Yeah, it was savage. Didn't get caught for that. Dang. Probably one of my favorite stories though. Yeah, because we really didn't like ruin anyone's day.
Yeah, that's not like vandalism.
Right. Yeah, it's a gray area for sure, but it was just funny to us. Like the rise we got out of it was just and the high. I don't know. You guys talked about like addiction and stuff, or finding other ways. I'd rather be sober. Like I don't want to have to take something or do something to feel a certain way. Yeah. It's nice having kind of like
a natural way of getting that stuff.
Yeah, the natural high of just life itself. I think that's how it should be too. Yeah. The right song comes on at the right time of day and like sunset or something crazy. Yeah. But no, it's nice.
And then I just have like a random question. Yeah. Did you have like a favorite pair of underwear when you were a kid? Did you ever have like Superman underwear or Spider-Man? Like what kind of superhero? If you were to have superhero underwear, right? What kind of superhero would it be?
Jeez. I think I'm a Batman guy. I like mechanics, and it's pretty much like not a God-given gift.
Yeah. He doesn't have like a superpower.
But I think he just worked his ass off. Yeah. Maybe his parents were rich. I don't know. Yeah. I don't really know the backstory. I'm not too deep into that, but Batman's tight, and it's got this dark. Is it infamous? Where I think he's somewhat infamous because he's not perfect. Yeah. That's kind of like the whole knack of Batman. Yeah. He messes up.
I think he really does have the coolest story though.
I think so too.
He's like not. Yeah. That's dope.
He's like kind of all up in the politics too. There's 2 sides of him.
Did you see the new one?
I think
you would like it.
Doesn't ring a bell.
I'm trying to think of like what it's like. Did you like Incredibles 2? Remember the one with like the weird like screenslaver guy?
Right.
We were talking about this yesterday.
Sketch.
That was sketchy, but it's just like that.
Okay.
It's like the more adult version of that pretty much.
Oh jeez.
But it's like the Riddler is pretty much the screenslaver guy or like whatever. Wait. And it's like the same thing where Batman goes in the apartment or whatever. Remember how like Miss Incredible goes in the apartment?
Oh, I did see that one. Yes.
Did you see the Batman?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like very similar to that.
I thought you were talking about like the sequel where I'm not going to spoil the end, but the end kind of like inklings to something else. Yeah. Did you see that part in the jail?
Yeah.
In the prison or whatever? Yeah. I thought there was a whole new one. I don't watch movies a whole
because Joker was in the jail cell.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, he was. He was laughing with the Riddler. Yeah. But then there was a scene that I saw that they cut from the movie, and
shit.
it shows the actual kid that's gonna play Joker,
Okay.
and Batman talks to Joker in the cell. Or no, Joker talks to the Riddler after Batman leaves.
Shit.
He laughs or whatever, and it's like a
planning
sketchy looking Joker.
Yeah.
Like his mouth's like it's like
Yeah.
the most like
He has like a long chin or
Yeah.
nose or something.
yeah, he's like weird, but like in the old Batmans, or like the older ones, like the Dark Knight and all that, it has like he just has like the makeup.
Right.
This was like actual like they went hard on the makeup to make like his cheek was actually cut,
Yeah.
like sunken in
Yeah,
and
it's
everything.
kind of like it's got
the weird
like, a
like
crevice.
crusty
Yeah. Yep.
scars and all that.
I do remember that. That was a good Batman.
Yeah.
It was darker for sure.
And then in your teenage life, did you have like a favorite shirt or anything that you wore?
Yeah, I had skate shirts. Remember my girl shirt?
The white one? I think you had a white one with blue
Street
logo,
League.
maybe.
That was sick.
Yeah. Because I remember I got a couple.
I had a blue shirt and it was pink and like
Oh,
it was,
I
like,
do remember that
neon
one.
green
Yeah,
and
yeah.
pink.
Yeah.
It had the girl emblem.
Yeah.
Girl is a skateboard brand. But yeah, growing up skating, that was like a high quality brand, and it was hard to find the merch back then because there wasn't the support they have now for skate back then.
Did you just go to Zoomies, or like where'd you get those shirts?
No,
Online?
like that was the problem is I couldn't. Back when Zoomies was kind of like an OG real skate shop, that they should probably be like legally selling Thrasher. Nowadays it's like just posy as it gets, but it was an OG real skate shop when it first came out, but you still couldn't get stuff like that there. So that's why I like that shirt so much. Like you never see it out there.
How'd you get it?
Pretty sure. You remember Tanner?
Yeah.
He gave it to me along with a couple other shirts that I don't know where he got them, like BC Skate or something, another skate shop. So it was, I don't know, I held that close. It was a sick shirt.
Yeah.
Street League one was sick too. I think I bought that online.
And then, so since we're like moving through your life, we've done kid, teenager. What was life like right now, or as an adult, or early adult life?
Huge changes. I mean, getting married. I've been married for 4 or 5 years.
So you're 21 when you got married?
Right. Yep. 2020, I think. But yeah, being married for that long, me and the wife enjoyed kind of our lives for a bit. Didn't have kids. I have a month and a half old right now, and that's been life-changing. Turn my life upside down for the better, for sure. It's been great. So different. I don't know. Nowadays, like, stuff changes at the same rate, and I think I still have like hobbies that I cycle through and things that pretty much just keep you going, like on a stand front. But yeah, having a baby's crazy. It's insane. Like a little you. It's hard to put into words, but I'll try my best. I think your dad said something about this, and it hit me so hard back when she was pregnant and Mabel wasn't in the world yet. But he was like, that's really the biggest imprint you can leave on this earth. Besides like achievements, and because even those, it's kind of like Twitter problems, you know, like they come and go really quick. It's like 3 weeks. So and most of us won't hit Mr. Beast achievements, you know, we won't unlock those. So that's a huge imprint. Your bloodline lives on, and I'm the only boy in my family that will carry on my last name. So I need to have, I gotta have a boy at some point. That's the hopes. But a girl in this first one was actually my hope. Because ideal. It was ideal for me. It's my, that was preferred for sure. Got lucky there. But she's been great. Just mellow at a young age. Taking it easy on us. That's good. The sleep and stuff is, maybe I'm just a night owl, but it hasn't been like how they say. Everything is always exaggerated. Everyone kind of like bitches and moans about things with marriage and
baby was up all night.
Babies, and like it's worth it. It's all worth it. Marriage, you're teaming up. Like if you're dating someone and you know they're the one. You're, wouldn't say wasting your time, but you might as well commit, because that solidifies your teamwork. Like, bro, that's the only way to live in this world now with inflation and everything. Yeah, just two people, two minds.
One manning is too hard.
Yeah, even if it's one income, two minds, or you know, because there's a lot of help on the background that kind of she can do, and it's broken.
I feel like it's like the way, like God intended it, because there's always there's always two sides of things, the right and the left, the good and the bad. So there's like
just
having a partner,
right,
like an opposite of you, or like a second
positive
opinion.
and negative. There wouldn't be just two pulses. You know what I mean? That's crazy.
Day and night, sun and moon, just everything is kind of like that. Just points toward, at least that's how I see it, is like you kind of need a second person or whatever. But then back to, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, with like leaving an imprint. Have you ever seen that Disney movie Coco?
I've not seen Coco.
Coco's pretty good because it talks about how like the people in like, so when they die they go to like this whatever.
I've seen Coco.
Yeah.
Yes.
And but like if people in the real world forget about you, then you'll disappear.
Yeah. Your spirit. Like, yeah. If there's not one person thinking about you.
Yeah, then you're gone.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And like, it's weird.
Why do we care about that as humans?
I don't know.
I think that's part of our like internal clock or drive, because humans are like the hardest fighting soul on earth. Some animals don't fight very hard, or it's just not in their line, but we're evolving, and that's a part of it, is like our want to live is insane, because we have so many things to lose, I think.
There's like that saying of like, they're like, would you take $10 million right now but not wake up tomorrow or whatever?
Right.
And people are like, and so then that way tomorrow is worth more than $10 million to you. So then I don't know, I just thought that was pretty trippy too. It's just like we want to like we want tomorrow like so bad. Want to live again. But then also with like Greek gods, there's like some Greek gods saying where it's like the Greek gods, since they're immortal, like they can't die or whatever, they're like super jealous of the mortal man, because everything has more meaning and everything's way more beautiful. Because they're gonna die, and like because it's not gonna last forever. But if something's gonna last forever, you're not gonna like enjoy it as much. So like the Greek gods don't take anything
just got chills.
Like as serious.
That's an intro to a Suicide Boys song.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Like the words they put in, it's a shorter shorter version, but it's like explains it
Same
super.
Thing. Yeah, I just feels too.
The immortal man. It's crazy.
That's so true. Look at that. You gotta show me after or something.
It makes it so much more precious when you have stuff to lose. And you can lose it. I'm gonna circle back again. There's something that, like, having Mabel and watching her kind of grow, and because in the first I think year and a half or 2 years of your life, you learn more. You learn like A to B. You learn more things than you ever do at the fastest rate. Yep. You can't retain that much knowledge at this point in the game, like, or beyond. So it's crazy. But isn't it weird that babies come out crying? It's taken Mabel a month to like smile and know, like, behind the smile that she's actually like happy.
She's okay.
Humans are kind of, not to be like doom and gloom, but humans are kind of naturally unhappy creatures. Like the grass is always greener. I'm like a firm believer in that. Wherever you're sitting is not good enough. It's like never good enough. That's a good and a bad. That's the drive to get better. And then the bad is just you're just down. You're just downing all the time. It's never good enough. So and it comes down to perspective and how you look at it. But to circle back, it's crazy that it's harder to smile or be happy than it is to be sad. And like remembering that, where they say fake it till you make it, like wake up with a smile, or smile on your way to work, and see how that changes or affects your whole day. Because humans are weird too. You can trick yourself. Your mind is so insane. Like the power of your mind is insane. Like I truly think it's limitless. And the limits we set throughout the world is because no one's done it, or you know what I mean? Like someone's got to do it for anything. And when does that stop?
That's how it is, even with like, it's probably how it was in skate too, but like even with Kendama, that's just what it's making me think of, is like tricks weren't possible until somebody did it, and then after that it's like, okay, I can try for that now, because now that I've seen somebody do it, it is possible. But until somebody breaks that barrier, your mind wouldn't think about it, you know?
That's so weird. That's so crazy.
There's like the wildest tricks that you can do in kendama that I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And then somebody does it, and then I practice for it, and there's a way to do it, and like a build up to do it, and now I can do it. You know.
And those tricks, it probably in 4 or 5 years will be a baseline.
A baseline trick. Yeah.
Yeah. That's like. Yeah. That's so weird. Imagine. I always think about this too. Like, think back to the Coliseum. Like. Yeah. Where you're just in a huge stand. Like, there's hella people, and you know. People are fighting or whatever. That's not the point.
Yeah.
Like, how did they like announce anything or like carry out was it like a huge horn or something? But think about those people, and I'm sure there was someone that was like, what if there was an intercom or like some way to like put a voice throughout the whole stadium collectively, and how far we've came, and that's done and gone. That's old. That's old tech. You know what I mean? Like we move at such a crazy rate. Like
now it's like soon we're gonna have something to where I don't even have to speak, but then it goes into your brain.
Right. Yeah, and it's just
then that will be done probably.
And it sounds insane right now, but it's probably gonna happen. You know what I mean? That's crazy because someone somewhere pushed the limits of what they thought was possible. I think impossible is a weird word.
Yeah.
And it's a very biased and like opinionated word.
It is a weird word because it says I'm possible.
Right.
So it's like
there's a deeper
pretty
meaning
stupid.
too.
Yeah, they should change the whole name.
But I don't think anything is impossible.
Yeah.
Like in like a really true sense of the meaning, because Murphy's Law.
Which one's that?
Murphy's Law is if it can happen, it will.
Oh yeah.
So I think at some point, you know what I mean? Like if a leaf exactly falls down a, you know what I mean? Like carries 3,000 miles and falls down a well. If that can happen, it will at some point. Like how many algorithms does it take? How much time does it take?
If the universe is infinite, then everything's happened or it's about to happen.
Or it will happen at some point. Yeah. That's Murphy's Law. And it's crazy to think. It's limitless, boundless. Yeah. Crazy.
Where were we? There's something else I was gonna say too. That's why I like podcasts when you like kind of steer and then go back. Oh, I have the questions. As life as an adult, I was gonna ask you, how'd you meet Ken's? Yes. Or how'd you meet your wife? I can bleep her name out. I'm trying to do that.
Hopefully we'll have her on. So no worries. In high school, I was still kind of in my skate phase, or we were snowboarding a lot. I grew up doing everything: biking, BMX, downhill, skate, snow, everything. Yeah. But I was engulfed in snowboarding at the time. Season passes and everything, and kind of taking advantage of Utah. But me and the cousin were, we were kind of like open. At this point, we were openly looking for kind of girls, or we were chasing that. And it was a later stage. Like it didn't engulf my brain. I don't think I had like a super perverted mind at a younger age, and I felt like I was out of the crowd. Yeah. For that, I like thought something was wrong with me. Like I didn't care to talk about like Allie's ass or you know what I mean, that stuff didn't intrigue me.
That's kind of how I was too.
Kind of like I wanted it. I'm not, you know what I mean. I'm not batting the other side, but on the same thing, it wasn't. It wasn't my goal. It wasn't really like a goal.
This skateboard's pretty fucking cool, and I already have it. So
right. Yeah, and I'm cracked. I was sponsored at the time, and I just had other things. Anyway, we were like kind of dipping our toes and somewhat dating, if you will. Braid more than me. He's a little bit older mind on him too. So
like Kelch Braid?
Yeah, yep. So cousin Braid. You need to get him on.
Than you. I want to so bad. I talked about it on here. You should text him after. We should like talk to him, hang out with him.
Oh yeah.
And get him on.
For sure. I think you'll do that.
Sweet.
All day. He would love this. And he would have a shit ton to say
too.
I'd
have to get him on more than once. Yeah. I feel like that's how it is with you too. It's just like
there's a lot out there. We have a lot of stories just together, so it's like hopefully it's like two-sided. You know what I mean? Like I want to hear your perspective on some of the crazy stuff we've done. Yeah. But to get back to it, long story short, I was not so dialed. I wasn't looking for I wasn't looking for a girl, and
that's when
they always
say
up. that it always kind of shows its way. So at that moment, I was kind of tired. I had been turned down a couple times, or just like it hadn't gone my way.
Fell off or something.
Yeah, dates didn't go through. I was kind of quieter too, so I was not like outspoken. I asked this chick to Marie high school dance, and she bailed on me or something. I was like pissed. Anyway, so I was like, I'm a gem. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna wait. I'm not worried about it. And it was like that week, dude. It was crazy. Me and Braid had like a super late night drive, and we're like, we're gems, dude. We were just going off on a crazy tantrum. Like they gotta come to us. Like we were just kind of pricks about it, like white privileged dumbasses. Anyway, and that's what happened. Abby, I think, came, like, he met Abby right around then too. And Braid is younger than me, I think.
Is he?
He acts
that's what I thought.
older than like his whole damn family and everyone else. Like,
does he have 3 kids?
2. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So he was always ahead of the.
He's ahead of the curve. Yeah. He's got.
I always liked him so much when he would come over. I was like, dang, dude, he's actually just so dope.
He's one of those.
He's like
people.
Never really followed. Did he ever skate with you guys? He would like rollerblade.
He would bring his blades.
That was sick.
He had his own path. Yeah.
He always had a different path.
But when he came, it was like, I don't know. I started hanging out with like Nate and Colton more, or like his brothers. Yeah. But ended off like with probably the biggest relationship with him, just because I think how level-headed he is, and I think we connect on like a crazy level where I could probably text him today or tomorrow, and I haven't talked to him in probably 2-3 months, and it would be like we just barely stopped talking yesterday. So and just pick up where we left off. He's that guy. Yeah. So I gotta circle back. I met Ken's in high school. She DM'd me. She hopped in my DMs. I guess she saw me like a long time before that through classes and stuff. I was in the middle grade of high school. I don't even know what the hell it's called. Junior, yeah. Is it?
Yeah. If senior's the top, then the next one, right?
Who cares?
11th, whatever. Yeah,
just kidding.
I don't know what it is, dude. I dropped out.
Yeah, that's my point. I did same spot. 13 fucking packets, cheating everything.
Oh yeah.
That's another story. I got it. Holy shit. Okay. Lucky cricket. Anyway, write that down. Mom, get the camera. So she DM'd me, and I was kind of at like this like exhausted point, and I was like, what do you want, like my number or something? I was like telling my friends like, this chick, but she was way pretty. I had seen her in classes too. I thought it was like one of those things where she would meet me and like I wasn't, just like self-worth. Like
like catfishing,
like she's out of my
catfishing
just gets just gets finessed. Anyway, so she DM'd me. She's like, played dumb, do you go to this school? And I was like, and, she told me she's good at snowboarding. That was the catfish. She wasn't good? No. Oh. She could stay up, and like she talked a huge game, and she kept that a secret all the way up until we went and rode. And it was like 5 months into the relationship. She's good. But I think at the tier I was at, like I was expecting, like she's like, I'll be able to beat you to the bottom. Like, I'll
were
cook.
You nervous when you brought her? Like, oh, shit,
kinda. I was like,
gonna show out.
I was thinking she was cracked out of her gourd, and like she had season passes longer than I had, and like it added up. So I was like, holy shit, she has a board. She has everything, like of her own gear. She doesn't rent or anything. So I was in the same boat. So like, damn. So it was goals for sure. We got up there. It was fun. I taught her a lot, and she taught me a lot, and. But I was better, and she catfished me, and she like came out on the lift, and she's like, I'm not who I said I was.
That's cool. She got you out there.
Yeah, it was sick. But she got my digits. Blah blah blah. Honeymoon stage is a dream. She was actually my first kiss. Like, just to tell you how much I didn't really care about. Girls growing up that much. Like, I had just other shit, and it wasn't school. It wasn't like my future really, which sounds shitty, but it was just like being the best in something. Just shit that put a smile on my face, kept me going. Kind of a huge release. I think that's part of why I didn't struggle too bad, luckily. Being headstrong and just having things to vent it, and like creativity.
I think I have a similar. That's definitely got to come from my mom's side, because
it has to. Yeah. You have like an inspiring bug, or you have that backbone. That is the same. You create.
Or I just like got it from you, because like without like you telling me, I kind of realized that you had something like that.
Maybe.
Where it kind of like inspired.
Charisma is a part of it. But it's more so creative side. Yeah, that's not it. That's not it. But yeah, love of my life. What else is there to say? There's the world there too. There's just too many stories. She's amazing. She's the best person that could be a mother to my kids, and just everything going forward. I love her to death. She's great.
So what'd you do, or what do you have to say? I was gonna ask you before you. I don't want to like say your story, but you were out in doing like the oil fields.
Right.
You should talk about that.
Yeah. I will lose the story back when we were talking.
You were talking about packets or something.
You
had like a crazy story about that.
It'll be brief, but the final test I had, and it was literally down to deadline, last day, no shit, just like buzzer beater shit.
Yeah.
I had kind of just freaking screwed my way through the packets, like I did with school, just kind of half-assed, not real. I wasn't retaining jack shit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can blame myself, but also it's kind of the system.
Yeah,
what the hell is a packet gonna do?
Yeah.
If I didn't retain anything through the class, or like if I failed the class, obviously a fucking packet is not gonna.
That's like a lower like.
It's
packet's
worse.
Not my teacher. Yeah. If I can do it with a teacher, how do you think I'm gonna do it with like myself being my teacher?
Yeah.
That's exactly how I felt.
Maybe there's like a 2% that works with.
That's like how I felt. Yeah, that's how I felt with having COVID and we had to do school at home. It's just like, if the teacher wasn't in front of my face pushing me already, what do you think having Fortnite in front of me is gonna do? You know, like
got pizza rolls in the oven. And your girlfriend.
Yeah, I got Tostinos downstairs, dude.
Let's go. What's next? But anyway, so buzzer beater. I'm in there taking a test. Kenzie's in the car. She's like, her parents are like pretty much like, you're gonna split with this kid or it's not gonna work out, like Romeo and Juliet shit after that if I don't graduate, because that was like a big thing to them, and she was academically smarter than I was, or just I think gave more shits, and she's smarter. And so I was just like, holy shit. It's math. Of course it's math. It's just the worst like shit. I didn't know anything, bro. I was just writing shit down. I don't know. In my head, I don't know like what I might as well not been there. Straight up. Like the packet was all bullshit. And the packet was to be referred back to for the test. So I'd failed it once. I'm back there. Final straw, final try. I would have pushed months. I wouldn't have walked to the class, everything.
Dang.
So I'm in there. My packet, the time before when I failed, you turn your packet back in, or they give it back, or vice versa. Yeah, they give it back so you can go study again.
Okay, review.
Review and then take the test again. Because I failed miserably, and I went back in and probably failed worse the second time. But they gave me someone else's packet to study.
Oh shit.
Just kind of like a break in the algorithm. Like the chick there fucked up. And holy crap. So I go to turn in my test, and she knows it's deadline. She's seen me in there a lot. Like I've taken not just math but a shit ton. It's a different sector than school. It's a different place. It's like third party. Anyway, she realizes my name's not on that packet. Like she goes to give it to me and say, okay, study and come back in 3 months when we start testing again. Like you can take summer. I'm like, holy shit, like a GG's. And she goes to give my packet back, and she's looking everywhere for my actual name. And I was like, I realized you gave me the wrong one last time. And she's like, she was really quiet because there's a whole class testing, and I got done about halfway through. She takes my test kind of like out of the pile and looks at it like, pretty much, I know this could get bad. This could go south for her, I think. Anyway, she's like, get your pen, or she hands me a pencil, puts the test in front of me. She's sitting down, I'm standing up. She's like, okay, number 23, and kind of references it. She's like whispering low key. I'm like, what the hell's going on? She's like, right. And I'm like, okay. So I erase my shit, kind of like show the math. She's like, write down kind of like work to show the math. And she's like, this is the answer. Boom, boom, boom. She told me enough answers to pass that shit.
Dang.
Just
because she lost your test?
Because she lost my full packet. The packet's 50% of the whole shebang, right? Yeah. But none of that shit was right anyway. If she would have known that, it was all like Quizlet and shit. Like just like plug it into Google, like. And I didn't know that's not graded. It's the test that's graded. So my packet's fucked wrong. Like there's probably 2 things that are on it that's right. And
And it's your fucking
Did I
first
understand?
name and last name?
Yeah, that's it. And maybe no, not the date. Anyway, yeah, she passed me that day. She's like, okay. She got it back. We literally sat there. She gave me enough answers because I was at that point I had one right, and she was like already like kind of skewing the lines. Like I couldn't have failed better. It was so bad. I wrote out all the answers. She gave me my.
You need to get a fucking cricket tattoo or something.
I know.
Like a lucky, like 4
like a dice or something.
Yeah.
I love that. That'd be so sick. Anyway, yeah, she passed me on the spot just out of pure, maybe, I don't know if it was more mess up on her part or she didn't want to see me in there more. I don't know. I don't know if she just doesn't like what she does and just didn't give a fuck. Yeah. But
if I were her, I'd probably and then seeing you in there a lot, it would seem like you care. And then like also just like feeling bad. Like this kid is trying. Right. We might as well give it to him. Like
that had to have been a part of it.
Back in here. Yeah.
I did care. I was professional. I was like one of the only ones that were dressed for the day. Like a lot of those kids I didn't belong in there. Yeah. It's the same thing. I think high school is just set up for a certain type of person, and it's not you and I. Yeah. And it's not that you're not smart enough to graduate.
I said it before on the podcast. It's just like you're just testing me in the wrong areas,
It's shit you don't care. Like why? Yeah. None of that. I really didn't learn much that like. Yeah, balance. That's always a joke, but balance checkbooks. Teach me how to pay rent. Yeah. What the hell? Why? Yeah. Why do I get charged back for taxes? Yeah. Like, why do I get, what the hell is an audit? What
do I do when I get pulled over? They didn't teach me that.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't even told that.
Even the driving test was pretty far from the truth. Yeah. In life, what the hell are we wasting? It's daycare. It's sketchy. It's like the Clone Army where they just like sit there and. Yeah. But they're probably learning about war. Yeah. You know what I mean? They only know one thing. They still can't hit a fucking shot. Yeah. Land a shot. Yeah. Anyway, crazy. That was insane. I have a diploma because of that lady.
Dang. Do you remember her?
I don't remember her name or anything. She's a legend. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I feel like you said that to me. I thought you said something about her.
She's tight.
I think you call her the legend or actually something
She's
like that.
She's a massive legend.
Massive legend.
There was also a turning point in high school before I was really flunking, and my counselor gave me a packet. She's like, this is the two roads. She sat me down and actually had a really good conversation with me, and she's like, you're at a crossroads right here. You can pretty much FSU, fuck your shit up, and or you can graduate and we can do all these packets. This is doable. Come on, Houston, let's go. And I was like, I don't know. She gave me goosebumps too, and it was go time. I wouldn't stop until I was there. Yeah. So I get the packet, and she's like, what'd she say? She said, write something on the front. And I wrote clutch.
Oh, this was a story.
I wrote clutch on it, and I was like, I'm gonna clutch this shit because now I care. Whether it was Kenzie or her family, or I just wanted to walk with her and not let her down. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Get married because it just you're accountable, and find someone that's gonna push you. Yeah. Don't get comfortable. Mm-hmm. Don't fucking get comfortable. Yeah. So, and Kenzie's she's the best of that. Anyway, I wrote clutch on it, and it was sick. I don't know. That was tight for me.
Did the teacher ask you why'd you write clutch?
Yeah, she was confused. I didn't explain it to her either. I was like, that's what I'm doing. Yeah. She's like, I don't know. She probably thought I was retarded or something, but or I don't know the other word for that. But here we are.
Special ed.
Yeah. Not in that way, but I don't know. Crazy. Yeah. Sorry.
You're good. Now we're back to you going out to the fields.
Okay. Yes. Kenzie's father, the wife's father, my father-in-law.
Before you were married?
Before I was married. Yeah, okay. Yep. I was out of high school.
So just the girlfriend's dad.
Girlfriend's dad. Yeah. I always knew he was out in the field. He was out in the field a lot of her life too. Mm-hmm. And their dynamic, her parents' dynamic worked like that at that time. And it was crazy to me, long distance, full time. It was crazy. Yeah. He would come back maybe once a month, if that. Dang. But he made big money. He made good money doing it. And I was under the impression he was out there just working his ass off, digging trenches and shit. Oh, yeah. And doing hard stuff.
Yeah, and this is oil fields. So I've seen the videos of the oil rigs. People all just
that's sketchy.
Dirt nasty and pipes and
12 on, 12 off pad work. Yeah. So and that was what I was thinking too. I was like, holy shit, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
He came to me. I was like third in line. Like I actually wasn't his first pick. The two others didn't want to kind of leave the world, didn't want to leave their life to go for money. It was a trade. It was a trade for kind of comfortability to, you're going to be in a state. I've been in Utah my whole life before that, besides trips. So it was sketchy, but I jumped, trusted the guy. I didn't know him really well because I had only talked to him once or twice before that.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't home.
Yeah.
So he got a big job. He needed a gunner, which is like an eye man, his partner. And he explained the work to me a little bit. Not nearly enough to like, I don't know, a sane person probably would have needed a lot more.
Yeah.
Or like a guarantee or anything. He didn't show me checks. He didn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't really about that.
What made you jump? Was it the money or like?
I think it was like just an experience.
That's what I was about to say.
It was
like,
more
if I'm
so.
anything like you, it's probably just like the.
It was just like, yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Type thing. And at that point, I was out of high school. Shit was kind of getting like, not grueling, but it was kind of like repeating. Like shit was repeating, and I was like, damn, like I was kind of in a rut. Didn't have direction. I wanted to be an architect at that point, and I was like, you know what I mean? I was so far from that shit. So, so I jumped, and it was like, no shit, like we're going next week, like crazy. Like, here's the offer, but you got to go next week. You're leaving Kenzie. You're gonna live in a trailer with me, like straight up like motorhome trailer in Texas and New Mexico. And I was like, what the hell is going on? But I jumped. It was freaking so shitty. Like, it was so hard to leave everything I was comfortable, everything I knew, to go do a job I've never done. Didn't understand anything about it. Didn't even know it was a thing, surveying. It makes sense now. Someone's got to put the building corners in place so they can build it exactly where a building they want it, exactly where they want it. Elevations, everything. That's what surveying is. But in the oil field, you're mapping out the oil lines, where they're, so you go prelim ahead of time, where it's going to go, any problems that could come into play, power lines, bullshit like that. And then as once they dig the hole, you shoot again, like a whole, you're creating a data map of a computerized, just a whole map to exactly where that line's going and everything. And so, and then as the line's being put in, you're shooting welds. If anything blows on those welds, like, environmentalists are huge, and that's a huge part of oil. A lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of like safety precautions, and like they're not just like, oh, who gives a damn Wild West. It was actually really like, there was endangered owls on one site where they shut down the whole job for these owls, and it was like so sick. I thought it was so sick because they're like burrowing owls, so they live in the ground. They're desert owls, and they're the cutest things you've ever seen. They're like little round balls with big ass eyes. They were unreal. It was crazy. It was so sick. They shut down the whole job. Like, it was like 1,300 people working on the job. Shut it down. But anyway, there's a lot that goes into it, and it's not what you think. But we went out there, and I was just like a cat, a freaking fish out of water type thing. Learned the ropes quick, but it was hard leaving family. It was hard leaving the wife. It was, the girlfriend at the time, and everything. Long distance is so shit. It didn't work for me and Ken's. We got in fights and tussles. At one point, we were split towards the end, like 4 months in. We only worked that job for 4 months. It was all over the place. It was hotter than hell. It was hard as shit. 12, 15-hour days, like just beat to shit. And we went through a rough patch, and I was split with her at one point, just bawling my eyes out in her dad's trailer. And her dad's like, what the hell?
We ran out of battery, but we're back.
We're back. So yeah, Kenzie's dad in the trailer, just like, what did you do to this kid, pretty much. It was rough. The drive home, the Jeep I drove home had a trailer on it, and it just kept overheating, and it was just like, bro, the drive from New Mexico to here is like, it's a grueling one. It's a 12-hour, and we were like going straight through it because we were just ready to freaking come home. Holy shit, I was so ready. I've never been like more anticipated. I've never anticipated something that hard just to get home and see my family. I missed everyone so much. At that point, I think it had been like a month and a half, 2 months since I seen anyone. I was just with this guy. I was just with Chuck. Good old Chuck, and bless his heart. So me and Ken's were split when I came back, and it was just like a freaking mess. Probably I've heard you say it in other podcasts, but like probably my bottom. That was probably like my bottom, which is a fairly good bottom to have because I didn't have crazy thoughts or anything, but it was rough. It was super rough because I thought she was the one. I knew she was the one. Anyway, so yeah, came back. The drive home I think took somewhere around 20 hours plus without sleep, and we got the trailer home, got everything home. That bitch overheated probably 13 times a Tuesday, and just it was so shit. But yeah, learned so much, grew as a person so much. I think I got exactly what I needed out of it. It wasn't what I wanted because, a want and need is always different.
Yeah, two different things.
Mother knows best type thing where it may not be what you want, but it's what you need. Yeah. And that was what it was. It kind of put hair on my chest and bucked me up. Like I was, I kind of knew a little bit more what life was about. Had shit figured out a little bit more. I liked the work, so I was open to do it again. So I came back and did the same type of work here in civil.
Yeah. Okay.
Civil was shit. It was so much worse. Oil field, there was downtime and you would chill in the truck and kind of wait for the welders to do their thing and, it's mellow. But here, you're like going to 13 different jobs and slamming laths and fucking concrete ground. And it just beat the shit out of me, ripped my arms, like, I was yoked. But, yeah, it was rough. Early mornings and, So, but I've done everything from building cabinets, detailing cars, survey, civil work. I've had a fair share of landscaping, like mowing lawns, or all the way to like field, like tilling fields and shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's made me who I am today too. I'm not scared to get my hands dirty or work hard. It's probably like the name of my life right now. Just living at work. I'm currently selling new and used cars at Nissan. I've had a blast. I actually started there right out of high school, and just they call me a homing pigeon there because I've came back 3 times and like I'll just go venture off, and they're super cool with getting me back on and like all the opportunity in the world, enough rope to hang myself with, and just I probably have too much power there, but I love it and love the people I work with. I don't dread going into work, which is a huge thing. Like I'm happy there, and happiness does outweigh money. When I was in the field, that was like the biggest takeaway. I made more money than I had ever seen at that age. Like it was a lot. 4 months was like 25,000 after the shit I've spent. Like even after like bought AK-47s and shit, like dumb childhood shit. I still walked out with like a good chunk, and I was like, damn, like that's real. But at like halfway through or even less, like a month in, I was like, the money's I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Like the money's great, but my happiness isn't there. I was struggling. So you have to find a good balance. That has to make sense. It has to, you gotta be able to like go day to day and not like hate everything you do and hate your life, So that's important.
I had a question, but I lost it. Oh, so how did you get? So you just like climbed the ranks in the Nissan? You started out like just like what, wash boy or what?
Right. I was actually at a different dealer. I was doing like Chevy, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler.
Okay.
I was detail there, which is debatably the lowest rank in a dealership. Started there. I was actually like really tight with like the big high up owner. He has like 5 stores. And it was cool. He would only let me drive the cars. And at the age I was at, I was way young, and I had a crew of 6 or 7. I was night crew manager, and I think every one of them all the people under me were older than me. Some of them like 30, 40. Like, dang, it was nuts. Some of them had a hard time, like me telling them what to do. But so I got leadership like at a young age too, which is so huge. It was crucial for now because I've went lot tech, or I was detailer, lot tech. Lot tech's a little bit more like smooth at the dealer I'm at right now. And that's what I was doing out of high school. I transferred, and lot tech was great. Just making the lot look pretty. You get to drive all the sick cars and just kind of be there for like weird odds and ends tasks. Like I would go out and buy the managers like Apple iWatches and shit. Nice. They would just hand me their master, MasterCard, and I want the 35 whatever millimeter size. Get it in rose gold and just dumb shit. I'd go like plow the GM's driveway, or like take his wife like a big ass van of flowers, or like just weird shit. Anyway, it's been great though. It's been way fun. The guys there have like kind of taken the fathership role over that I kind of needed. Yeah. But no, that's I've since then in lot tech, they would always tell me, you need to go into sales, and I'm like, I'm not a salesperson. I'm not that guy. I'm not a used car guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. I love cars, but it's not me. Not too long ago, 2 years ago, Kenzie was pushing me, and she's like, just do it. Like one day I went up, told all the salespeople. It was later at night, almost close, but I told them, I was like, these people are out here ready to buy. Like they're like, as long as we can find, as long as we get in this car and we love it, we're in. And I told them, I was like, it's fresh, like good lead, like they're ready to go. Who wants it? And all these guys were like, it's closing time. Like all of them were out. No one wanted it. And I was like, holy shit, it pissed me off. And they, one of them said something that just like freaking didn't sit well with me. Like they're like, why do you give a shit, or something like that. And it rubbed me wrong. And I was just like, I was really comfy in my spot, and I was pissed. It pissed me off. Yeah. I went to the GSM, which is like the third highest guy there, and he was at the time still. He's my dad. I did everything for him. Like anything he said, I was like, how high, I'll be there. So I took him in a room. I was like, I want to sell. It's not that he needed like a reason for me to like go out and sell, like an interview or anything, like no resume. He always wanted me to sell, but I was like, it's effing go time. Like I will outsell anyone on this floor. I was so freaking pissed. A huge target on my back. Not really, I didn't have friends in the sales part. It was more like lot techs and managers. So they have like a guarantee and all this other kind of BS, but most people do 3 to 5 their first 3 months learning the ropes.
3 to 5
cars
like
sold? In a month. Yep, selling. And they do full and half deals. You can only split it, because everything you do when you're new is a half, because you need someone else to kind of hold your hand.
So they're like right next to you, like the person is, and you're just like...
You're shadowing the first month. The next month, you're kind of like taking the wheel, but you're still splitting everything. The third month, same thing. You're still split. The third month is a payback month, where you just kind of... You're splitting stuff just for the shit of it. If you're good. A lot of people don't get 3 months, or the turnover rate's high just because it's not for everyone. It's cutthroat. It's sharky. Yeah. Well, I had like such a crazy like target or goal, and was like driven by every parcel in my body, to win. And I don't know, that was insane. I don't think I've ever had drive like that with anything I've ever done to this day. First month, it was like halfway through the month, I did like 14.
Oh, dang. And they say that you're going to do 3?
Yeah, that's average. Okay. But so keep in mind, I knew the ropes and stuff, and I knew the people, but still, like I lived there. It was 12. Like, if it was Monday, Friday, Saturday, I was there 12 hours, 9 to 9. And then from there, the next month I did 18 and a half, broke the guarantee, because you can, if you have experience and stuff, you can break off the guarantee, and you don't have to have a trainer the third month or whatever. Yeah. So, but you have to hit 10 full units, and which is like way hard for new people coming into it. Beat the shit out of that. I went top 3 in the store, and it's a 40 guy store. Like 40 people were pissed at me. Yeah. Third month I went top 3, top 2. Dang. Like 20 cars. I was at 20 car club, like third month in, like just pissed. I was still like raging. The manager actually told everyone in a sales meeting. We have like a ritual sales meeting for every Friday morning. He told me to never say anything. He outed my ass like in front of everyone. He's pissed at everyone. And I don't know if it was to light the fire under their asses, because I was winning. I was like, I wouldn't stop. I didn't give a fuck what people said. I didn't care. I was sweet to people selling. Like, that helps me sell a ton because I gotta sleep at night.
Yeah.
I genuinely care about the people I sell cars to, which is a weird way to do it, and it throws people off guard because you have to break down these walls in the first three-ish seconds meeting someone. That's when they have a perspective, a full-blown opinion on you. It's crazy. Humans are judging. So when my demeanor was different than most salespeople, and I kind of had like a moral background, and just like, I gave a shit.
Yeah.
I cared. I would run. I would jump, dive, and slide for people.
Yeah.
Where other people at other dealers wouldn't. And I made sure they got what they wanted, and the price they wanted. They were comfortable. I didn't really care so much about my pay plan or what I was doing.
Yeah.
It was just a numbers game to me. And they always told me 1 in 4. 1 in 4, you sit down and work numbers. That's the math. And I was like, I'm gonna beat the shit out of that. 1 in 4. I'm gonna go 2 and 4. One and 2.
Yeah.
So I think I did that, and now I'm a trainer. You fast forward 2 years, I love it. It's been good. Constantly just 20 cars or more.
You said you're a trainer?
Yeah.
So, like, what do you train people on?
I'm 1 in 3 of the store.
Oh, dang. Okay.
I have my own team. I can't get salesman of the month anymore. Like I'm kind of like exempt from that shit. I've got it. I got it before I was a team lead.
I think I have a picture of me driving by your guys' billboard, and I saw a picture of you, and I screenshot it, or I took a picture.
Sick. That was a huge month. I got like employee of the month too. But now I'm the guy that picks the employee of the months for the owner.
Oh,
I meet with him every month. He's
dope.
him, but I go to his office and he always asks.
Is he like in every day, or he's like a dude that's just like, I'm in North Carolina today? Like, what's his life like?
He's older. He works at the Murray location.
Okay.
He's a hardworking dude. He's morally straight too. I love that he is not like the biggest shady guy ever.
Yeah.
He's like really got his head on tight. You can't like expect 500 plus employees to be as morally straight as you are.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the crookedness comes from. You get guys from other dealers that are trained like sharks that kind of pollute it, but himself, like, he deserves everything he has, and I love working for him. So no, he's a good dude, but it's cool to be where I'm at because he gives a shit about me, and his name's on the building. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. He even knows about me. Yeah. It's like a famous person. It's like one of the only famous people I know like that.
Yeah. That's cool.
He's got to be Utah's, got to be like top 10, top 20, because he owns
like money wise.
Yeah, because he owns like half of State Street and shit.
Oh,
up
shit.
in Marie.
Oh, yeah.
There. So, but yeah, no, that's works good, and that's what I'm doing right now.
That's cool.
Love it. Hopefully I can go like finance or something soon. But
do you have any like crazy stories of you raced a kid? Didn't you race somebody in the parking lot? Like foot race?
Oh yeah. They do like they do a lot of like bonuses and stuff like that. I foot raced a kid, and he like came over in my lane. I was winning him. He jump started. He was still losing, and he started to come like over in my lane and nudged me, and it put me. I like went forward. And slid like fucking 20 feet on concrete. I was pulling rocks out of my arms the next day and shit. I had to shower that night. Everything out of me is crazy. Dang. Beat the shit out of me, but it was fun. I have so many stories there. Me and Johnny would take cars and do crazy shit with them. You know what I mean? Like we had too much
freedom.
Too much freedom for sure. We didn't abuse it too much, but when we did, it was sick. And and most of the time they knew about it, which is cool. Yeah. It's cool to have like
speaking of that, I went on a hike. Not speaking of using power, but like went on a hike with one of our buddies. Like, his name's Job.
Okay.
So he's just like a Kelch kid, but it's like Redhead John.
Yes.
His brother.
Yep.
Yeah. So we and him go up to. Have you been to like that suspension bridge up there, like sandy-ish Draper area? Yeah.
Like metal.
Yeah. Like bridge, and then so we're hiking that, and we go and we do it once, and it was 2 miles, and he's like, I'm not that tired. Should we do it again?
Right.
And so we're like, yeah, let's do it. So we ran it.
Oh shit.
Another 2 miles. The first time it took us 25 minutes.
Yep.
And we were like fresh. We were ready to go or whatever. Yeah. Second time, we get almost to the end. There's this little boy, and he's like, little tiny kid. He's like, guys, there's bees up there or whatever. Like he's telling us, we're like, oh, thanks, dude. And then Job's like, you worried about bees? I'm like, Like, we were just barely here.
Yeah.
So we keep going. I was thinking that one person just got stung, so then I thought it was like that kid's little brother, it's like whatever. We keep going. There's a school, like mountain bike team, all surrounding this girl.
Oh shit!
And I thought she like fell off her bike, broke whatever, something happened.
Yeah.
She's just like crying, and then I was running by, someone mentions that she got stung. So she got stung, whatever, just a bee sting. Yeah. We keep going, and there's a family stopped like down the thing, and then there's just like kind of like bushes covering the trail.
Right.
Turns out the bees were in those bushes. I don't know if that little girl like fell into the bush, pissed the bees off. So we go running by.
Yeah.
And it felt like I was being shot by BBs like that quick. It was like fucking Hunger Games bee sting thing. Like, I don't want to whip my shirt off on cam. I'm gonna do it. Fuck it. But like,
that was recent.
I got 13 bee stings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Like there's one right here.
That's fat.
Like 9 on my back.
What kind of bees? Do you know?
I couldn't really see. I thought they were wasps, but he said that they were like honey, like bumblebees, so that when those type of bees sting, they die.
Yeah, right.
But I thought it was wasps because he had 2 on his shirt still.
Right.
It was fucking crazy because like it was so quick. All you see is like TV static kinda. Then I see him like start whacking shit, and he starts running quicker.
Oh shit.
And I didn't get him yet. All of them, it was like a movie. All of them sucked to him. Yeah. Then he starts whacking them off, and they like break off. Then they all like, since I was running, I went into it.
The next target.
And they were stinging me through my shirt. Like,
what the hell?
Like, and it hurt fucking bad. It felt like I was being
marks.
shot. There's like, I have like a crazy one. Like, I don't even know like if you can see this one, but there's like some right here.
Oh yeah, there's heaps.
That one
3 or 4.
Most. It had like fucking fever in it for like 3 days.
That's a tender spot.
Yeah, it's a. Yeah, jeez. That one hurt, and they hit me like 3 right by each other. And then on my back, like on my shoulder blade, a couple. Center of my back is a couple, and then on the other arm is a couple.
Sheesh.
It was crazy, and he got a couple. Like, we were wearing shorts, and I didn't get any on my legs, but his ankle's like swollen right now. Like,
weird.
It beat him
up.
How long ago? This Thursday.
That's Thursday.
Yeah, and they're still right there, itchy as shit.
Was there a certain point where you like ran and you were done with it? Like, did they only stay so close to
no, they like whatever one stuck to me and clinged on my shirt were with me until
they're probably biting
the end of the thing. They were still biting my ass. Like the one that was in my armpit, that just pinched me until I got to the bottom of the hill. We whipped our shirts off and started swinging them around to get them out of our shirt, whatever. Oh my but God. it just stayed on me. But like, it felt like some like Navy SEAL shit to where it was like I felt like I was being shot by like an airsoft gun, but like constantly.
It's like a training.
But I'm just like just still running like some David Goggins shit, like staying hard. And then Job's like, I'm telling him there's 2 on your back still. Yeah. And he's like, try to whack them off as we're like still running. Yeah. So I beat one off, and then it flies around and it lands right back in the same spot. So like, you're gonna have to whip your shirt off or whatever. Yeah. So then he lets me go ahead of him to see if there's any in my shirt, and he's like, there's like 4. Yeah. So go behind me because I don't want all 4 of those to come off you and land on me. Right. So he whips his shirt off, and I just like take the blow of maybe letting those 2 that he had on him come to me. Right. But none of them did. I was just like swatting them as they like went by or whatever.
And they're selective too. Like they target easily, and
I've never seen them like
find you.
They must have been fucking driving backwards. Like the way that they hit me so quick, there's no way they landed on me and then stung me. They must have been ass first fucking like darts because it was just like it was nuts.
Jeez.
It was straight out of a movie. It was fucking crazy.
They're all in attack mode.
Oh yeah, they're pissed. They're heated. And like the second I ran past the bush, I already had 4 stings. Yeah. And then we were running by this chick, and she knew that the bees were there because she was like trying to tell us. Yeah. But she was far away. She was like yelling, pointing out the bush. She didn't say a word. Then there's like the dad, and he's like, my kids, like one of the kids got stung, whatever. Yeah. And then we ran by and fucking took all the bees with us, pretty much.
Oh sheesh.
And like,
because you're moving objects.
Yeah.
Gosh.
It was crazy.
Bees are nuts.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And I still like even after that, Katie was like, and you'll probably still do that hike, and because I was telling her I want honeybees pretty bad. Right. And she's like, you're not afraid of them, are you? Like even after that, I'm like, like.
It wasn't too bad.
We did airsoft wars like on purpose, like we choose this kind of stuff. But like as a kid, it's crazy to me that people would cry because even before that, I remember talking like 2 months ago, in the summer, somebody got stung or whatever, and I was telling Katie, I'm like, I've been stung so many times. Like by the time I was 8, it's like I didn't have like a number on how many times I got stung. Cause it was just like
it was something that happened. Yeah, every summer.
It was like getting a sliver,
inevitable. And some kids, it was
like hard, throwing mud and shit on it. Yeah. Goes inside, sits on the couch, gets ice and shit. And
it would ruin their whole fucking day.
I remember the first person I saw, it was something like that. Like we were swimming outside and like somebody got bee sting and like they were throwing mud on it, like carrying the kid inside, like pick him up, like the dad comes and grabs him. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, dude, bees beat you up. Yeah. And then, so I was like afraid of them. Then I got stung when I was playing on a tractor. Right. All these bees were like around it. I got stung. And I thought I got like a sliver or like my mom, when I went and showed her, she's like, was there like carbon fiber? Like, what did you do? Like, get a rust? Like, what was it? Yeah. It's just like a weird, this little
weird
bump
sting.
thing. Yeah. And she's like, was
irritating.
Scratchy thing. But
it's more irritating than it hurts.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then I had one once where I was picking up wood, and they had a hive in like these, because it's firewood.
Yep.
So I was picking up wood, and then it stung me, and I thought I just got a sliver.
Yeah.
Then I flipped the thing over, and I'm like...
Just grabbing
I'm full hand in the hive. I thought it was just like wood. It was weird, but...
Sheesh.
See, I've had infinite fucking bee stings. If I was allergic, like, it would have been so... even if Joe was allergic, like, that story would have been different.
Yeah.
I would have been carrying him down the hill, like...
That'd be rough.
My phone was in his backpack, like... And even thinking about it now, it's like, if he was allergic, that would be like... Calling somebody, like, I wouldn't have even thought about it.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I'm going to have to fucking carry him down.
Yeah. But it's crazy not what you would expect on a hike. Yeah. Like, that's like the last thing.
Yeah. Luckily, there was like firefighters and kids training to be firefighters that were like cutting down like trees and shit there.
Damn.
It was weird. They're just like in the very beginning, like moving. Close. Yeah, they're like, it was cool. But crazy fucking story. I didn't know that was even a thing.
Insane.
Yeah.
And there's just a massive hive in a bush.
Like, just random.
That's scary.
Somebody woke him up. Somebody woke up the bear in it.
Yep.
Attacked me.
Jeez. It hit everyone.
Yeah, 13 bee stings, dude.
That's heaps.
That's straight out of Hunger Games.
Yeah, that is. one go around.
Mm-hmm. And we were there. So that was our second time doing the run, and we beat our time because we were adrenaline running away from bees.
Right.
So we beat it by 2 minutes. We were 23 minute that lap.
Sheesh.
Let's see. Let's talk about your ruckus. Still need to go check it out.
Yeah. So the ruckus, we kind of go way back with ruckuses. Yeah. It's a 50cc scooter. So for people who don't know the kind of engine size, it's small. It's like just like a turn throttle
moped.
Yeah, it's a moped. It really is a moped.
Mm-hmm.
So it's street legal. Doesn't go on freeways or highways or whatever. There's laws with it, but for the most part, you don't need a bike
like
endorsement.
A license or whatever.
Right. So that's kind of the hack.
Yeah.
There's a huge world of aftermarkets there. And you can stretch, slam, and give it more power. Yeah. Like pretty much make it a bullet bike that
150
flies under the radar. Yeah, yep. So that's the idea. Yeah, step it up 100 more cc's. So 3 times the power.
Mm-hmm.
And just they look so sick. So I've owned 2. The first one I was gonna do the same thing, but just never got around to it. Had other projects, the cars and stuff. But this one, bought it 3 months ago, and had this in mind the whole time. My buddy bought one almost complete, and his is so sick. It's freaking sick. It's at my house right now.
His is at your house?
Yeah. Dang, okay. I'm kind of looking at his.
Like reference?
It's his birthday today.
Happy
birthday, Nikki.
Birthday,
Nikki D.
Nikki D.
But it's at my house right now, and I'm gonna like reference it to as I build mine. Mm-hmm. I've got a couple more things to do. I have to test ride it to make sure all the wiring is correct. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I have to button up like the plates above the gas tank and just like front and rear wheels. The wheels are all stretched and deep dish and pretty. Yeah. So I got to finish that, and then it's good. So I've cooked on it. I've had like 2 full days to build, and I will tonight.
On your birthday, I Snapchatted you, and you were just working on it.
Like that's what I wanted.
Just like cutting shit.
Yep. Yeah, I was grinding shit down. Yeah, you grind a bunch of tabs. You pretty much just clean up what Honda made and stretch the engine back, put a bigger engine. You get a fatty tire with a stretched, or you get a fatty wheel with a stretched tire on it.
Yeah.
And it just looks aggressive. It looks like a little low stretched bullet bike that like when you sit on it, you look like you're on a speeder off Star Wars.
Straight out of Star Wars. Yeah.
Yep. So they're aggressive. They're so sick, and like the looks you get, and people are like, "What the hell is that?" all day long. So I love that. It's so sick, and no endorsement. Like pull the VIN, it's gonna pull a 50cc scooter. Yeah. So hopefully I don't get into any trouble, but if I do, it's part of the game. But,
just another story to tell on the podcast.
Right. Let's go. But no, I'm stoked about it. Going like crazy colors, and hopefully I'll have it finished soon. I'm stoked.
Yeah. What colors are you going with?
Wolf gray, black, and red bits everywhere. Yeah. Like candy apple red.
Cool.
It's like anodized red.
So cool. You had some of it powder coated. Is it just the frame that you powder coat, or can you powder coat like other parts that you bought to match
that
color?
A lot of it's metal or steel, so you can powder coat it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did the stretch kit because that's like silver, and I wanted to delete everything like silver,
Okay.
except for little bolts that need to be silver.
Okay.
Everything else is black, gray. The wheels are polished chrome, which I think looks hard.
Yeah.
I wouldn't go
I think I want that too.
It would be too much if it was like one color if you don't do it right. So I just am going chrome with those. So it's like a show car, but it's kind of around the car scene. You always see ruckuses.
That's where I saw them very first. Right. We went to Cars and Coffee, and I think 2 people had like a blue one and then like a white one.
In real life, that was the first time I saw one too.
Really?
That day.
Yeah. You already knew a good amount about them because that was like there's all these cool cars, but I was like. These fucking things are dope, yeah.
Because it's a little, they're just little. They look weird. They look crazy.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah. So then I bought one. You basically just bought it for me, but like I just handed the money. You test ride it, drove it home and everything. But like, yeah, I'm excited.
It's just a nice little go-getter. It will go to the gas station, go get groceries. Yep. Like they're nimble and fun and easy to drive. No clutch. Yeah. Hand brakes. It's like riding a bike, but has a turn throttle. That's it. So they're a blast.
It's like the same amount as those like electric fucking things that people are driving around now.
Right.
It's like those pedal and also
e-bikes.
The e-bikes.
Yep.
Same. Yeah.
You're paying the same amount, and it's just
to me it's something way cooler.
I think it's a 2-gallon tank, if that.
I filled it up twice, and I've had it for 2 years, so I fill it up once a year. Like
it's really like that. 100 miles.
Yeah.
100 miles on a tank. Yeah. And the tank's like teeny, like 1.7 or something, I think. So they're insane, like efficient, and like if you had a small commute, you could dead ass daily it. Yeah. And it would be crazy. It'd be so sick. But it's more leisure for me. I'll drive it to work here and there, but the helmet messes up my hair. That's the other thing. I got like a crazy aggressive like bullet bike track helmet. Oh yeah. For a ruckus. Yeah. And it's just like there's irony.
There's nothing else you should wear though.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
A normal helmet would be so funny.
Yeah.
And I kind of want to. Funny. But like. Yeah. Also, it's just cool.
When the bike's that aggressive though, you like have to have a sick. Full face. It's sick.
So speaking of that, you had. Let's go through like your cars. Like, what was your first car?
It was a Hyundai Accent.
Was it the red one?
Yeah. It's my first car I owned. My mom like pretty much bought it for me, and then I paid her back. It was a super sad situation. Engine went out. Oh. My mom fought her ass off because they kind of destroyed us. So I had a bad connotation out the get-go from dealers too, like salespeople. So I know how it is. I've been on the other side of it, which helps. Yeah. Engine went out. They replaced it after a whole bunch of like back and forth, damn near lawyer shit. They replaced the engine because it was like really soon after I bought it. It's kind of lemon law type situation. Anyway, it fell back on them. The transmission went out shortly after because a strong engine will beat the shit out of a older transmission. Yeah. That's kind of like mechanics 101. Like you upgrade something huge like that's going to wear and tear everything else that's old quicker. So that happened. Transmission went out. It sounded like a tank when I drove it. I drove it into Pick and Pull and sold it for $500. It was sad. I drove it in and sold it for $500.
Dang, how'd you get out of there?
Braden.
Oh dang, there he is.
Yeah, enters my life. No, he's always been there. But that was the Accent. Chevy Cobalt, which you drove for a long time. It was my second car, one of my favorites. I slammed that one. That was like the first modifications I really did. Yeah. Slammed that one on springs.
And that super was my hard first
ride.
Car.
That was right, guys. Ryan's first car. That one stayed in the family a long time, and I don't know if is it still putting?
Oh, somebody has it. I think Dad sold it for like $900 or something. I thought that was a dumb move, but
it went forever.
My dad loved it too. My dad fucking loved that.
What do you call it?
The Ghetto Blaster.
Yeah, the Ghetto Blaster. It wasn't really loud either. Like I didn't do exhaust or much more. I just lowered it, took the hubcaps, and it was like blacked out. And
I'm gonna buy my dad one. Hopefully he doesn't listen to this.
A Cobalt?
Like, yeah.
So
I'm gonna buy him one.
Just get some.
Put some Ghetto Blaster. Like that'd be sick to license plate.
Yeah.
Ghetto Blaster.
Ghetto Blaster. Just A to B. Yeah. He did love that thing. He just like would laugh the whole time driving it because the ride was just so.
It's just rough and.
It was bullshit. It was so garbage. I don't know what I was thinking, but it was sick. After that was the dream car at the time, the Golf R. And that was after the oil field. That was kind of like one of the.
I think I went with you to the bank to get
the money, the down payment. Yeah. I ended up financing that. I could have cashed it out, but I wanted to build credit because that was like my second auto loan.
That's exactly what I did with my car.
It's a good call, good move. if you can handle the payment and stuff and pay a little bit more. Also, splitting payments works. You can say your payment's $400 a month. Split it into two. Pay $200 at the start of the month, $200 at the end. It fucks up the bank's algorithm, or like the day-to-day interest counter. It's a per diem interest loan, so daily accrued. Every time you pay it, it like resets, and it's weird. So anyway, financed that. It was sick. Favorite car, 6-speed manual. I bagged that, put it on wheels, did everything to the body. It was like such a clean body, clean car. Had like lips. Entered that one in big shows, won trophies, loved it. Traded it for kind of a grown up move, but I traded it for Tacoma, 17 Tacoma. That one has like a tent. I still have that one. It has a tent, like a bed tent, and it's off-road gauged, and it's an overlander. And I missed the low car so much, I bought a BRZ, pretty much done up. It's bagged. Rocket Bunny wide body kit on it. It's got 3-piece deep dish wheels. It's got everything. Like it's not the car it started as. So it's Hot Boy. It's got like a Hot Boy livery, like old Tokyo stickers on the side. It's crazy. Can't miss it. That one screams when you're driving it, and every drive you take in it gets attention.
It would have been cool if we recorded the podcast, because we could have recorded it in there. Yeah.
We'll have to like attach a photo or something.
Yeah.
Maybe we flash
I'll throw
it.
one on.
Okay, I'll send one. Yeah. But no, I love the BRZ. It's loud, provocative. It's slow, loud, low, unreliable. My Tacoma is everything the opposite.
Yeah.
It's a complete opposite. And then I have the Ruckus. So may sell the BRZ soon or get rid of it. I don't know. I don't know what the future is, because it's like built. It's finished. It's done.
What to do with it now.
Right.
What do you like? What's your dream car? Like, what would you do if you sold that? Are you just going to go like full Ruckus? Did that like scratch the itch? Was the Ruckus kind of like...
That was kind of the next
move.
And this Ruckus, I messed up with my last Ruckus, and I owed a shit ton of taxes. Thanks, school.
Yeah.
High school. But no, I had to sell it at that time. I sold it, then got out of that shit. I don't mess around with that stuff. I'm always scared it like hits my credit or something, so I like instantly paid it, sold that shit quick. It was stock. The other Ruckus was stock, but regretted that shit so much. Selling it. I'm gonna keep this one forever. Yeah. Give it to my kids. I don't care. Yeah. I'll keep it.
I was shocked when you sold it.
I'll sell anything. Yeah, because I get you in and then sell my shit, and it's kind of finesse. But I felt bad about that for a long time too.
Oh, I didn't even.
But hopefully we can stretch yours now.
Yeah.
We can just get like a 50cc stretch kit. Whether I sell you my engine or we get it on it, or even just run with yours. How many miles does yours have on it? 4,000.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Might be 5.
They go forever.
Yeah.
They're crazy. It's Honda.
I think mine is 20. What year is mine?
I thought it was a 2000. Is it 2014?
I think 2012 or 2014.
It's somewhere
if they
in there.
did. I think it's 2014.
Yeah, it's sick. Yours is sick. I like the colorway on yours.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll probably just keep it just because it's like, I don't know.
It's nice to have.
Yeah, I do want some blue. I wanted to go blue and orange with it. That's always been my thing.
That'd be hard.
But yeah.
Like dark blue? Navy blue? Just
any
standard blue.
Nothing like I don't know, more darker than lighter blue.
Right, that would be sick.
I want orange to be like the bright color in the scheme.
And then a dark blue. What's lately with you? What have you been doing?
Oh shit! Speaking of that, I started have you seen my supplements?
Yes. Is that yours?
Yeah, it's called Molten.
Oh, Molten.
Molten supplements. Yeah.
That's yours?
Yeah.
That looks so sick. I thought it was.
I'm gonna go.
You're putting someone on.
We'll throw a pause on this real quick, but we'll bring it up. I want you to taste test it and like criticize the shit out of it if you're down.
Let's go.
Just gonna let that record. Yeah. I started.
I'm gonna go pee really quick.
I'm gonna grab some waters.
Yes.
Either way, we'll have it on Instagram too, but I started my own supplement company with Hiram. I've had Hiram on the podcast too. So me and him started this. We've talked about it on the podcast, so it's cool to see it come back around. But we named it Molten Supplements. I'll link it in the description of this episode. But Houston is the first person to try this on the podcast and like one of the first people to actually try it in general. So we're just gonna honest reaction out of you.
It looks nice too. It looks
So I had to like
full blown.
Hiram was kind of like the back end, doing a lot of things that you don't see. We've split up it's cool to go into something with somebody that has like similar,
right?
And he's like a hardworking kid too, so like
yep.
he knows how it's supposed to be done, and it's cool to like bounce off him, and we like talk a lot. But we'll hop in like Discord, like 3-hour-long Discord calls,
Damn.
just chat about it. And we released creatine Friday.
Okay.
It's Friday night.
Damn.
So we have creatine.
I need some of that.
Then we have whey protein in this flavor that we named Chocolate Rock, and then we have vegan pea protein.
Okay.
So it's just the same thing, vegan, and it's the same thing in Chocolate Rock. And then I'll leak the next flavor. We're gonna come out with a salted caramel next.
Ooh.
And then we're going to start sampling and taste testing and formulating our own pre-workout. So we'll have pre, and then we'll also do hopefully some energy drinks of the same flavors of the pre.
Right. That'd be sick.
It's going to be dope. So let's
It looks mad nice. It looks clean.
Yeah, so I had to design the labels. I did a lot of like the front end stuff. And Hiram did a lot of he did like the LLC stuff and all that. So
that's sick. And it doesn't really take like a super like brown color. Yeah. I'll keep my mic up here.
I haven't even poured it in yet.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't take look at this.
It's pretty light. Yeah.
Yeah. So the color won't change too much.
I thought it was in.
You probably wouldn't even be surprised if we threw it in. It doesn't darken too much. I'm just gonna let you scoop. I don't know how much you wanted or whatever, but
Is it just one scoop
full
full?
serve, yeah. I think there's
a good amount.
There's 22 grams of protein, 110 calories. So the macros on it.
Okay.
The macros on it are pretty nice too. Like it's hard to find.
It's a good mix.
Yeah. Then just shake it pretty well. It's not like super. It's like most things. It's not super fine. So like a good shake is.
Got an ASMR.
Yeah.
Segment.
This is the first time we munched shit on here. That's pretty crazy to come back around though, because like with Damon we taste tested sour strips too.
Right.
So to anybody with the last name Ewing, I'm just sour stripping with them. So we've had sour strips. Me and one of the Logans was on, Noah's Logan, and we did like an hour of the podcast, and then we're super hungry. We left, went and got food, came back, ate food, and then did like another hour.
Okay.
Because people are like afraid. They're like, is it okay to eat? Like,
yeah. Can I do this? Smells nice.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Smell test? Does it pass the smell test or what?
Mm. Smell test is big.
Yeah.
That's way good. It's honestly a treat.
Mm-hmm. I'm picky as shit with my stuff, so it's like we weren't gonna release it. This is a sample, so
really,
this was like we hadn't even put it on. We ordered samples to make sure we liked it because I didn't want to push a thing I didn't like, and he was on the same wave too. He's like, when it was coming, we were both like terrified, and then the day we got it, we taste tested in the car, and he was like mad nervous. He's like, I'm so afraid of this. Like, I don't want it to be gross because I know I won't go forward with it. And luckily it tasted, I loved it, and maybe it's like a biased thing, so I need people to taste test it, but like,
you nailed it.
The label is a bit different. I'll have to show you a picture. I'll show you right now.
That's the scary thing with buying bulk. Like, protein is a bulk item usually. Yeah. The testers are important, but you killed it. It's good. I've had proteins that I have to like choke down.
Oh yeah.
Holy.
I have two. I have a.
And that's the worst.
I don't even care if I say it, but I have a cappuccino one.
Yeah.
And I don't want anything cappuccino again in my entire life because I like overdone it and it like.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fucking
psyche
wild. Yeah.
Yep.
But and then our Instagram was looking pretty clean too in the beginning. Like it had like the 3 posts.
That's why I was like.
Yeah. And like I did that picture.
Whose stuff are you pushing? But that's.
And I made this yesterday, and it actually did better than my video that I posted on my main account yesterday.
Oh shit. What?
It's just a little food video. But we're going to do a good amount of these because they do pretty good.
Dang.
It's just like one of those Star Crunches.
Yeah. It's like
a little treat.
Just syrup?
Just, sugar-free syrup.
And protein. Protein holds it together.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, made a Star Crunch, but with mini Reese's.
Mini Reese's, so it's like a peanut butter chocolate.
That's hard.
Syrup.
And it's got to taste good.
It was way good.
The protein's way good.
Yeah. I did a full scoop of protein, and it was, well, that's 22 grams plus whatever is in the peanut butter.
Okay.
Or in those Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
So it's like a pretty hefty.
This is 22?
This is 22 grams
serving?
of protein per serving and only 110 calories. And I think a gram of protein, so to put it in like to perspective,
right.
1 gram of protein is 4 calories.
Okay.
So if there's 22 times
heaps.
4.
Yeah.
Whatever, 88.
Yeah.
So 88 of the calories are straight from the protein. So the closest you can get to 88 or exactly whatever.
Right.
That's like, it's pretty much
That's
just
ideal.
full protein.
Yeah.
So that's pretty close.
That was my first question I was going to ask was how is the things that why you're drinking it? Because it tastes better than most.
Yeah.
I'm not capping here either. Like I was scared you got the taste good, but how's the actual like meaning of it?
Yeah.
You know, why we're going to be using this for working out or, getting bigger, but
yeah,
it's way good. It's actually way good.
So with people like with low, like people trying to hit their calorie count, this is like a good way for them to kind of fill the gaps of when they're not hitting their protein goals, but then also not going over their calories, because this is 22 grams but only 110 calories. So you can play with it and like kind of to fill your gaps, because most people try to get their protein and calories from food. It's better to get them for food, or like most people do. So you aren't supposed to just like chug fucking 9 of these till you hit your goal and then not eat anything the rest of the day. Yeah. It's just to fill the gaps, and I think it's the perfect thing to fill the gaps. So
it's damn close to just chocolate milk.
That's what I was saying. It just tastes like, even the color of the powder and everything, it just feels like I poured hot chocolate into cold water.
It's got to be like Nestle hot chocolate or something.
That's exactly what Hiram said. I have the video of us tasting it. He's like, dude, this is Nestle. They just poured fucking Nestle. Like that's all we have.
They're hiding the protein. I don't know where that's at. That's what I'm scared of.
I'm afraid, because I've had protein bars where it's just like you can taste whatever protein tastes like. That's what you're tasting. It's just like some dirt.
It's just that.
Something.
I've had protein, like just
protein
barrels,
powder.
Protein powder that's just like that.
Yeah.
Or like a shitty taste and then overwhelming. You're getting it down to get it down.
Yeah.
Where that's enjoyable.
Yeah. Forget that you're drinking protein. Which that was the goal, so I'm so glad that we hit it. So then we haven't sampled the salted caramel one yet, so we'll do that first.
Okay.
And then if we like it, we'll push that.
Sick.
And we have like a pretty cool promo video that we're trying to do with it.
Okay.
But
you guys have it in your possession though?
We
but
are.
You haven't sampled it?
So we don't have the samples.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's coming. Okay.
Yeah. And then the website's up and everything.
Sick.
I think we're shooting for. Actually, don't remember the price of it. That's not good. I know our creatine just really came out, and that's $32 for 50 servings, so that's a pretty good.
Yeah, creatine's.
And then this protein is. I don't want to get the servings wrong. So this one's 30 servings for $40, so it's pretty good. It's like the average price of your protein on the market, but it doesn't taste like shit protein, so it's like.
It tells us where your head's at if you don't know the price either.
Yeah, it's not. I don't do it for the money.
It's not being pushed.
I'm so
That's
like,
way good. It's honestly good.
I'm a person that goes day to day drinking protein and like tasting protein, and I know what like a good one should taste like, and I know how choking one down is. Especially when you drop $40 on protein, you don't like it.
Holy shit!
I have 3 tubs of shit I don't like.
Yeah,
that's 120. Like that's.
Yep.
I spent $120 on shit that I don't like.
You can usually tell too from like the first cup of it if it's gonna be a longevity. Like longevity wise, how it's gonna be. This I could go crazy.
Throw it in a bigger shaker cup and want more.
I would be brutally honest too.
Yeah.
If it was anything less than.
I want people to be too, because it's just like.
Yeah, because you can.
If it was yours,
make it right.
I'm afraid that I'm like not treating it because of how much like. I don't know. I'm afraid that I have a bias, but I know I don't.
Right.
But part of me is just like.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that people will think I'm lying because I own the product.
Right.
So I'm just like, I need you,
Yeah.
I need other people to try it too. And I wouldn't be sad if people said it tasted like shit too, because that's just whatever. Like I know shit can taste bad, so.
I had a coffee before this and a lot of that smoothie, and I'm draining that shit. It was way good. Damn. Good work. Yeah. Killed it.
Thank you.
Do you want it the same way? Should I buy on the website and pick up?
Buy on the website, and then they'll ship it to you because we aren't keeping stock.
Okay. Yeah, it's just warehouse middleman.
Yep.
Sweet. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I need creatine too. I'm out.
Sweet. I'm about to be out too, so I haven't. I don't have creatine in hand. But I'm just gonna order some so I can like take like product pictures of it. But creatine is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, there shouldn't be.
I'm not
much
super
flavor at all.
knowledged. Like I don't have like a crazy knowledge about it.
Well versed. Yeah.
Because it's one of the most like researched and like tested supplements. So it's like you can't go wrong with it. I don't need to have like crazy knowledge behind it because people have already done it. I don't really have to push like a crazy thing. But
it's not.
Then there's like two different like with the monohydrate, and then there's like one called, what's it called? Micronized creatine. Micronized just means that they like made it smaller, it's like so it is easier on your gut, kind of
broken up.
They broke it down, so it's like, but it have like the same effect on you. So if you go to buy creatine, that's my thing that I'm telling you right now is like, ours isn't micronized. So if you have a problem with creatine in your stomach, then I'd say don't buy ours. Like go get micronized like you need it to, but ours is just like the normal creatine monohydrate. So it's just like basic creatine, but it still works. I rock it every day.
I didn't know people struggled with that, or that was a thing.
Yeah, I haven't noticed it in my own stomach, and I have a weak stomach, so it's like
creatine's weird too because I thought it was more so placebo, but I don't know.
There's a good amount of people, I don't know the percent, but it'll have zero effect on their body.
Right, I could see that too. But at the same, I don't know. It's more of like a brain thing. Yeah, isn't it? Like it's dialed, like, focus. Yeah, kind of like alert.
It's like muscle. It's like muscle part retention. Of that, but it's also it's like muscle strength pretty much too. So it's just like keeps you.
What is it called?
Keeps powering your
muscle memory, but like the
longevity. I don't know, like muscular endurance. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that.
Something crazy like that.
Like builds the foundation or something. It helps with.
Yeah. It kind of just like stores water. It just like binds with water and it makes your like. Muscles the water molecules, it just makes your muscles retain water because your muscles use water to push everything. That's why when you get a pump, pretty much what it is it's kind of like a sponge. Okay. Your muscle's like a sponge, and when you do constant repetitions, you're basically just squeezing water out of your muscle. Yeah. Then it's like kind of showing it on the surface. So it's like
expands.
Yeah. Dang. Pretty crazy. But since we're already taste testing shit, we can try out these.
This is sour strips.
Sour strips. You're a big sour guy. What was like the?
Oh geez. I've kind of been on a forever search for this, but Hubba Bubba made
Squeeze.
Yeah, it was called Hubba Bubba Squeeze Pop.
Is that what it was?
It was a squeeze. I think so. Yep. I don't know why they.
Did you see the new ones that were in stores now though? There's something close that isn't what we
try.
Get. Yeah, it's something new.
Okay.
We'll have to check it out.
We'll have to scope it. Yeah. Dang. Yeah, because I've been looking for that forever. Yeah. It was a childhood thing. I love sour stuff.
You're a big trolley eggs or whatever. Is that
right.
What you
yeah. Trolley eggs.
So we got tropical mango, cotton candy, blue raspberry. Oh, and there's a cool thing in these too. I don't know if I already told you, but the guy that made them, he's a pretty big YouTuber, like fitness YouTuber. He's known for being like deadlifting. He's like a skinny dude that can deadlift like 700 something or around there. I think that was his max. But so he always would take sour candy because they do have an effect on like your blood. It's just carbs, really, just like quick acting carbs for your blood.
Isn't it faster than?
Yeah, it just happens quick and goes into your muscles pretty quick.
Sugar does.
Yeah, sugar just. So then he put with it something called tocopherols. I don't know how to say it, but pretty much is like dilates your veins so you get more blood to your muscles too. Okay. So like this is low key a pre-workout.
Opens airflow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or mid-workout. I've heard people smashing a Rice Krispie treat mid.
I do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You probably told me.
Yeah.
I think Calvin might too, or
he probably does.
Someone else said that to me.
There's a guy. I have him. They're over there in the pink box.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Vaughn Walker, and he made something called Vaughn's Treats, and it's his protein Rice Krispies. He made them.
And you hit them while you're going in.
Yeah, and you just slam them, and they have protein in it, so you're hitting your protein goal as well also.
That's nice.
Getting what you need. All right, then we got green apple. These are their duos, so it's a mixture of two.
Sweet.
That's apple berry. It's apple and strawberry.
Dang.
And then pink lemonade. Wild cherry. I haven't tried that one yet.
Sheesh. That's a crazy red.
Yeah, it is. And then normal strawberry. And then another double berry, which is just the blue raz with the strawberry.
Cool. Ooh.
I think I'm going to go wild cherry since I haven't had it yet.
Okay.
And then I haven't had green apple either. But this one's already busted open.
I'm gonna go double berry.
Okay.
It's blue raspberry and strawberry.
Sweet.
You ever seen Food Wars? You never? Have you heard of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the most off the wall anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much about this dude who's like wants to be like a master chef, but like through cooking he can like make someone depressed. He can like make a chick orgasm and shit like that. That's pretty much the main gist of it.
That's what I learned. That's what I heard about it.
But it's weird, but the storyline's actually insane. But the anime characters are like, oh my gosh, the way the flavors clash in my mouth.
Yeah, it's like Ratatouille when he closes his eyes. Like,
and they explain like every taste, and it makes you hungry every time.
I like
too.
that. Yeah,
but it's super
I've
funny.
had that one. What am I trying?
We'll pull that. I'll just grab.
I'll just try yours so we can go in the same order.
Oh jeez. Yep.
Yeah. That one's good, but I feel like I didn't taste strawberry nor blue raspberry.
Really?
Like it's a whole different.
Like, yeah, mixed. It makes a new
Well, maybe
flavor.
just like blue raspberry and then. I don't know.
Something red.
I haven't had like artificial strawberry in a while, so
Right.
maybe I just forgot what the flavor's like. And I just really had the cherry one too, so I still have that
That
shit.
slap.
That's good though.
That's way good.
Last time like we ranked them, but this is gonna be hard.
How's cherry?
Cherry's good.
Like
I'm a big fan of cherry, like all around. Oh, if we do, so we're planning on doing pre-workout with Molten. What's like a flavor you would do, or like have you ever had like a pre-workout that you like constantly buy, or like
Yeah.
what's your favorite flavor of like even energy drinks?
I feel like Raz is hard to go wrong with too.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like a blue raspberry. I'm a fan of like Ghost Swedish Fish and stuff like that, where that's
probably my favorite.
It's a flavor that is already a flavor of something, like a candy, or it's not so much like base like generic fruit or something. Mm-hmm. Like if you can match but that'd be hard probably through that company.
Yeah, it would probably. We're gonna go through at least with the pre-workout. We're fully formulating our pre-workout.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so we're starting from ground zero.
That would be sick.
Yeah. So we'll have to get you on board, and they'll send us samples, and it's gonna be like a 5-month process,
yeah.
but it's gonna be, and then we're gonna get probably a unit of 288 of tubs of pre-workout. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have to keep stock on that, but it's gonna be so it has to be a killer flavor to be able to buy 288 of them. Yep. But that way like it should be a killer flavor.
In that case, maybe you do match like a more fruity. I wouldn't go any other way than fruit. Yeah. Or like sweet.
We do have some ideas of like what we want to name it. I want to go with molten guava instead of molten lava and do like a guava-y like fruit flavor.
That'd be sick.
Because I like that shit, but then I also want to do like because I was like trying to keep the volcano flavor. But my favorite flavor pre-workout I've ever had, it's weird because we named our company Molten, but it was called Volcano Burst.
Okay.
And that was like the flavor, like the name of the flavor, and that was my all-time favorite I've ever had.
Was it nice?
It was like just like a mango peach or like it's like pineapple mango orange or something.
Something tropic.
Yeah. It was like super fruity, but also had like a sour to it, and I loved the shit out of it.
That's nice. I think the sour is important, and it probably goes hand in hand with what we were talking about, hitting something sugary or sweet.
Yeah.
And just, it's like makes good for 1.5 more reps, or you know what I mean? Like it just takes you that extra.
It's like the music that you listen to, but you don't, like that will get you to the next level.
Right.
Because why not?
Just one more rep. Yeah.
An excuse to eat sour candy, I'll take it.
Right. Let's go.
Yeah.
Especially if it's got any meaning.
But yeah, I wish I had a code for them to say. I even said that on the last one. It's just like, dang, dude, I've pushed this fucking product. This is my second time doing it on a podcast, so it's like.
Yeah, heaps of it too. Yeah. You put me on. I think the only other times I've had most of the flavors were with you.
Yeah.
That's got my eye.
Yeah, you can bust her open.
Let's do it.
And I like how they have even their website is so sick.
Yeah.
You go on it and they like these characters move when you hover over that product and like they'll like
sick.
get angry and stuff. It's funny.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
There's depth to it. What would I'm curious. What would you? I want to hear like the good and the bad of me being your uncle, like this far in your life. Like what's the like thing, something you just hated growing up with me with, and then say the same thing, like good wise.
I would tell you if there's a lot of bad, and I remember you telling me that like you said that you were like mean to me, but I don't remember you being that mean to me. Because I remember there was times when you said you would go home and like you cried about you being mean to me, but like I couldn't think of like a time that you were mean to me to like where it stuck with me. So that's pretty cool to know that like.
That's good.
But just like as a brother, I don't know. I feel like I just needed. I never had older brothers, so it was cool that you were around. So it was just like, I don't know. Really have nothing like bad to say. And if there was something bad to say, I don't think we would be sitting down. You know, if I like disliked you.
That bad, yeah.
Yeah. I remember one time on my birthday.
Like nitpick
them?
I kind of want to like.
There was one time when on my birthday, I had a sick ass lightsaber I got, and it was one where it like, no Sith has had it. I don't know what Sith has it. Maybe a nerd will tell me, but like, it was a red lightsaber that when you push a button, these claws come out from underneath it. So like
the scepter.
Like
3 knives.
I remember you grabbed it and beat the fuck out of me with it.
Okay.
I think you just like got after it. I think I had one too.
Okay.
But then you grabbed that one. And you're like, I want this one. Or whatever. I was like, fuck it. All right. It's like the day after my birthday, and I remember us like beating each other with it. And I think you whacked me so hard the lights turned off in it.
Oh shit! Yeah. Killed the power.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I remember being sad there, and I remember being a kid, and you would like fuck with me a little bit, and then you'd go in front of the door and be like, can't go tell on me. I'll do whatever you need. You can't tell. Don't go upstairs.
I'd push you to your mere limits. And had no.
But I don't even blame you. I had like crazy anger issue kid, so it was like kind of fun to poke the bear. Right. So I don't even blame you. If I had this similar kid like that, be like.
I would do that to Harrison too.
Yeah.
But I think he would have like his outbreaks too. But I think his rise or like his like freakouts were funnier because he was at a young age and he would cuss.
Yeah.
Like he'd go crazy. Yeah. Like I'm fucking sick.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my life. He'd tell his mom that too.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But it was for sure a phase because he's mellow as shit now.
He's mellow as shit, yeah.
Changed a lot. Mm-hmm. He's changed a lot, but he hasn't.
He grew up quick, like.
Right.
He went through the stages of.
He's like Braid.
A boy quick,
yeah. Older brain and.
But I even told it to him, like when he was on the pod. It's just like it's crazy to see you now. I did not think that you would be where you are, because like in like high school, middle school, he's pretty like, doing his thing,
right,
wilding out a little bit, and to also like. We had choir class together. Okay. And we would fuck around the most out of any class I had with him. It was in choir. It was in choir. Even on stage, like during our performance in front of all the families. Yeah. He's fucking with the kids' hair like straight out of like what's that movie? Like Home Alone 2 when they're on the stage and he's like fucking with them. Yeah. That was Harry. Harry was doing that. And so now seeing Harry, he does music and sings and plays guitar and goes on stage and does that. So it's weird to see him where he didn't take that class super serious, but so I think he like went full circle. That gets pretty crazy. And then back to you were asking like my favorite part of you being my uncle. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I think knowing like, because I could have had like a bad uncle. I don't think you're like a bad. So like you were somebody I could look up to and like, I don't know. I do a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah. You set like a good example. I think that's my favorite part of you being my uncle is that you set a good example like as an uncle.
Appreciate that.
I feel like I carried that on to or tried to with like my siblings as well. So I feel like as a sibling, you were like a cool sibling. So like I kind of try to do the same thing. And then just like also like your work, I don't know, just like seeing you motivated on something and like seeing how much you like a thing. Right. Like with hobbies or whatever, I feel like I don't know if I got that through just like my mom or like watched that you did that and like just pulled that. Because like a lot of the shit that I do is kind of. Right. I get that from that.
You have the same thing where you like see the end in. Yeah. You have the end in mind at the beginning. Yeah. And don't stop until you get it. Yeah.
Katie, I have a book that I write shit down in. I have a fucking journal. But
good.
I left one morning and Katie wrote in it. Right. And it's pretty much like the same thing. It's just like saying how she like appreciates that I have something like but I'll get super discouraged. There's a downside to that. For sure. Where I'll have the whole image in my head then when I start going through with it, it's not the thing that
it's perfectionism.
Yeah,
and
because I know what it needs to be.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, with video creation too, it's just like I have a hard time with that, especially if I like hit a roadblock or whatever,
Right.
like with how to get it to that point, because I can close my eyes and I can see it.
Right.
And I'll go through like a weird thing to where, like, if I'm so into something, like I've talked about it here too.
You'll
It's just
obsess.
like I'll obsess to a point to where like I'll close my eyes and see it, and like it'll make me not sleep.
Mm-hmm.
I remember like being in Call of Duty and doing montages and being stuck on like I knew I wanted this song for a montage, but now that when I think about the song, like I couldn't not think about like what clip would go to this point in the song. It's just like it fucked up music for me and everything.
Me with cars and like hearing songs, and like I could tell you the place and the time of day that I would
lighting,
shoot that scene,
the camera angle, the movement, everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think just talking here, I've thought about the ruckus in my garage with all the wiring just everywhere, probably 3 times. Just because that's what's in front of me right now.
Yeah.
And like I won't stop until it's finished and running.
I respect that, and whether I got that from you or not, I respect that you have that same. Yeah, whether you gave it to me or not, that's pretty cool.
I'm surprised we haven't gone into something like any type of venture too big together.
I feel like we would kill it more than.
I think we have different crossroads for sure, like different interests. But
I guess just until we find that
they match a lot.
Yeah,
like aspects of them do.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
We need to like do like a late night segment or like something soonish, because I feel like there's some nights that we're just like both on one. We just like I don't think I laugh harder.
Oh yeah.
Lately, as when we just get on like tangents and we're talking about memes, showing each other videos, and like just
whatever,
losing our shit.
Speaking of that, there is something I'm supposed to show you.
Okay.
I can't remember what it is, but I'm pretty sure I saved it. Let's just see if I can find it. It had something to do with. I think it was when I was thinking that Kenzie was coming on, so I think she would like it too. Let's see what the fuck it was, but I do. Yeah, we definitely need some time like that, even if we just like. Because I still want to like make content with you.
Right.
Like I feel like the build of the ruckus would have been fun because it's just kind of where we can collab on one thing where I like the video process and then you are doing the ruckus, so it'd be cool. But
that'd be sick.
If Kenzie were to come on, there's this picture. It said a man tried to sue a hospital for $643 million after he was encouraged to watch his wife's C-section.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. He's just like, that was a fucking gruesome thing, so I'm suing y'all.
He's
that was pretty funny.
about it.
How much did you? So, your wife had a C-section or no?
Yeah,
she did.
She went C-section. Baby was breech, which means he was head up, which is like not ideal with just standard labor. So, cut her open. It was actually because it was planned. Because sometimes you go in thinking you're gonna have labor, and you go C-section like 20 hours in, and you're just GG'd. So they do both. You push forever, and then they end up cutting you anyway.
Yeah.
So it was planned, which made it nice. It was kind of upsetting at the start, but it was, looking back on it, it's so nice. Planned, so they had everything prepped. They knew the plan. It was easy. So I kind of sat outside. They cut her open. They gave her the kind of like spinal tap.
Epidural?
Something C-block or something. Epidural too. Okay. And then, so she can't feel anything from like waist down, or even like chest down.
Okay.
Or something. Anyway, so they did all that, and then they got me in there. And so by the time I walked in, she was cut open, and like there was like a bunch of like kind of stuff around her, but I could have looked out of my peripheral. I did, because I had to walk in and be strong as fuck. I had to be a rock, you know.
Is she awake?
She was awake. She has to be.
Oh shit.
I don't know if she has to be, but I think it helps. I don't know. She could be. She could be, and she was. So. And I knew that, so I was like, okay, I'm going to stare at the ground. And I got to walk by all that shit to get behind the curtain by her face. It's not the other way around. So I walked across the room, there's blood on the ground and shit, and like I don't have the stomach for that. Yeah. So I saw it out of peripheral. They were going in, and I walked back with her, just like dialed in with her, locked eyes, and just chatted, and it was crazy moment. It was insane, unreal. I don't know. And it was like full excitement. The nerves were high, like you know what I mean, like everything was just
scared,
added
excited.
Up sketch, but happy. I had to be like so damn positive. Not one, I don't think one downfall negative thing came out of my mouth, and it shouldn't have. So she killed it. She did so good. She was walking like that night, and like recovery's been great. She's ready to go back to the gym. I need to get her some of this stuff, get her a new watch, and but no, I can't do that stuff. So I didn't see much, but they didn't give a shit. They didn't like tell me this is the game plan. They were just like, you wait outside, and then they're like, hey, come in. That was it. That's it. Huh. So it's all on you. Like, good luck. Huh. But the hospital was sick. They're super cool and everything. The only thing you can ask for is healthy baby. That's like the biggest thing. So
what would you like, what are some like advice you'd give to somebody, even just being like
labor or just
being a dad in general, like early?
Okay.
What was the hardest part, and then like what did you think was going to be the hardest part, and was that the actual hardest part?
Right. Labor was worked up to be something that is scarier than what it was.
I think that's like my biggest fear. And also just feeling so, I can't stand being so helpless. Like,
it was that. Yeah. I was guilty a lot of the time.
I feel guilty as shit. And I'm like, I got to go like join the fucking Marines or something after this. Like,
but it was cool because like, I guess a lot of guys go through there and they're like useless, helpless, and like create problems. Yeah. Don't help. Where I was just like, give me it, I'll do it. Let me see it. Let me take over. Let me do this. Let me do that. I'll clean the room. I'll do this. I'll stay up. I was just like everything I could because I felt
so helpless. I feel like that's the same way I'm going to be. I probably do get that from you as well.
And the nurses acted shocked that I was. And I was like, well, that sucks.
So they're saying that most men don't feel that way?
Yeah. I got that impression. I don't know how true that is, but just try to be more hands-on. If you're going to get in trouble, it should be you overbearing or overly like, trying to, you know what I mean, protecting your wife in there. If I wasn't afraid to like speak up or be outspoken if someone was like making Ken's uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, I don't think you should have to. Even when they're like, take your baby to a different room and shit, like they're gonna fucking hate me because I'm like telling them how to do their job and shit. But it's just like
I was the same way, and but so far too, I don't know. I've already kind of talked about late nights and stuff. That's not that big of a deal. Mm-hmm. It's probably more so for Ken's. She stays up a good amount, but like on days like I open or close, I have like the night I can sleep in a little bit. Yeah. I try to stay up and kind of handle shit. Yeah. And don't let the helping hands stop when you get out of the hospital. Mm-hmm. Like it's a job. Yeah. There's a world there, but it's also not like how people think, where it just like turns your life for like a weird unwarranted way. Yeah. You're still capable and like you're still able to do stuff.
Yeah. I will say that I'm kind of guilty of that too, just feeling like the kids are kind of like having a kid would feel like an end.
Right. Like an end goal or
just like makes it feel like it's the end of something, like end of being.
That was daunting. That's
end
scary.
Of freedom or something, but like
for sure. Or like the end of any chance you had of like, I don't even know what it was. I couldn't even put it into words either. Yeah. But it's not, I still have like the same goals, aspirations, same drive, it's not any more out of reach. Yeah. It may take more money, but like shift your fucking budget. Like, don't make it hard for yourself. Yeah. Like you need to adjust for a kid, like make room. Yeah. You can't just live out the same life. And it's going to, at that point, it's going to spend more and you're going to be broke. Yeah. But just adjust. There's give and take and focus in where you want your money, where your mind is. Money's a stepping stool to kind of like bypass. Money is someone told me money is frozen time. If you want to speed something up or, acquire something quicker or, you can use frozen time. Yeah. That's what money is. It's crazy. You can acquire money, but you can't acquire time too. Yeah. Time is a non renewable source. It's
like, but that's crazy to think that we're on the same time if you think about it, but people get paid more for their time because, you know what I'm saying? Like you get paid more than me, but just because your job, but we're living off the same time. Like my second is the same as your second.
That is weird. Yeah. The scale is not. Yeah. It's not to scale. Yeah. That's why it's hard. It's like so, like classes and like that stuff's so hard to. Because I feel like I may have to put up with more headache. Yeah. On some aspects, my hours shittier than yours. Like I would love your schedule. I'm not either, but like there's shifts, and that's another thing too. I tell people like, if you're happy in a job, but it's like not cutting it and not paying the bills, don't be afraid to jump either. Like, but
But also,
that's nothing towards you.
Yeah. But also, like, you probably are putting more time into it, so it would make sense why you would get more.
I live there.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't live where I work.
Yep. And that's a give and take thing.
Yeah.
Like, I know.
But it's pretty crazy, though.
That.
Like, thinking about rich people, we're on the same.
Right.
When it's 6 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock. You know.
That's weird.
For me and you, but, like, he's built himself to make it so that second, and he's worth, like, his second is worth more than my second.
Yeah.
That's a cool thing to think about. And it's not something
insane.
that, like, I'm pissed off about. It's something that's, like, I'm excited to make my second worth more.
That's crazy. Yeah. And that's, like, a way that's not put into words a lot.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Make your second worth more? That's cool.
Yeah. Build your worth.
Yeah.
Know yourself. Know your worth.
Yeah. You have that tatted on you?
Yeah.
That's
my only tattoos on my knees. It says know yourself. And it's, a lot of people are like, well, it's upside down. Because, like, when I stand, it's facing towards me.
You,
so when I'm sitting, when I wake up in the morning and, sit up.
When you're taking shit.
Yeah. It's me.
Yeah.
It's my sign. It wouldn't be on my knees if I wanted to show it. It's not. Yeah. It's one of those things. I don't know. Wake up and know yourself, know your worth. Don't sell yourself for less. And yeah,
I think that's a good place to end it too.
Banger.
Know yourself.
Thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir. Thanks for hopping on. We'll definitely get you back on again.
Okay. Yeah, we'll
get Kens and stuff. That'd be cool to do. Me, Katie, you, Kens.
That would be so sick.
Just like,
I'm down.
Yeah.
Maybe
learn from you guys. I was like, if she was coming to Hawaii, we could almost do it because I could bring this.
That'd be insane.
Everyone to Hawaii.
I've been thinking, trying to get her on. Like we always, Dal always said, just come.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be hard. Leave baby and her.
Oh, yeah.
But if we could both just leave baby for 1 week, Kelly would love it. And then be chilling.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Figured out.
Thank you guys for listening. Peace out.